midnight zone. Cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. Daily bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rockets, scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train, oh, never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts, midnight glory. Sanctuary in all its blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
All right, now you guys can hear me. What's up? Hello, hello. Matt the Mime. That should be better. No, remember Friday? My mic went all crazy. Thank you, thank you. Well, let me show you guys can hear everything. Hold on. Remember my mic got all robotic and crazy, and I turned some things off and turned them on. Oh my God, it's been one heck of a morning today. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Hold on. Let me make sure I can hear everything. Oh my goodness. What a day. All right, let's get started. Let me see if I can hear everything. We good? We good? Okay. What's up, friends? You guys can hear the music. You guys can hear me. All right, we are good. Sounds good. All right, let me turn the music down just a little bit. We're back. Okay. No, there's like this morning I was trying to get into my Tradeify. So Tradeify has updated their site and they kind of like locked everybody out for a hot minute. And I was having a hard time getting logged in, to be straight honest with you guys. Because dummy me doesn't write down my username and password anywhere, you know, with Tradeify or with Tradeivate, anytime you log into the desktop app, you always got to retype your username and password. I really don't know what the point of that was other than lazy programming. So every time that I got to log in, I go to the Tradeivate website or Tradeify website, get my login, then type it and log in. Like a manual login every time on the desktop. The web version saves your username and password. So, yeah, EST every single time I have to do that. And, oops, hold up. And, should be good here. All right. Hold on. And then they changed their website and I couldn't log in, and I logged in. I couldn't access my username and password. I'm like, I can't even log in this morning. It was crazy. But now we're good. Now we should be all right. I think we're good. Voice coming in good. No more robotic craziness. We should be good. We good? All right, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Everybody here. See you all in 6 hours. LOL. Morning, 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 morning. Everyone know if his code works for a reset. My code does work for a reset. Yep, that's correct. Anyone else having issues logging into the new Tradeify? Yeah, that's it. It took me a while to finally get in, and then when it logged in, it was buggy. It wouldn't even show me my username and password. It took a while to log in. And not gonna lie, I kind of, as much as I like to say it, I like the old interface better. It just looks, the colors are neat. I don't know. I guess I was a big fan of their other stuff. Well, it's not bad. Updates are always good. So they didn't have the accounts listed there. So James, I had to log in a bunch of times and try over and over and over again. And then finally I got a pop-up that said, confirm your email once I logged in. Then they send you a code to confirm your email, and then you log in, and then it shows your account. So those of you with Tradeify, keep logging in and trying to go to the dashboard till a pop-up comes up and tells you to confirm your email. They'll send you a 6-digit code, you type it in, and then your dashboard magically pops up. Before that, my dashboard was like absolutely blank and didn't show all my accounts either. And I was like, said no accounts found. I was like, what the heck? So make sure you guys do that. All right. So I normally do the roll call. Let me just read wherever I started. Julian, Mike, Rocky Mountain, Dave. Morning, nerds. Good luck, everybody. Let's kill it this week. Let's go. That's right. Stationarium, good morning. Newly subscribed here. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome. Ethan, good morning. Lee, good morning. Andre. Yeah, baby. You can't log in either. It's a thing. So make sure you guys try with Tradeify. I just now was able to get in. That's why I was delayed. It took me like 20 minutes to figure this out. And I was like messaging all my contacts over there like, hey, I can't get in. And they didn't even write back to me because they're probably that overwhelmed with customer service. So just keep trying. I was able to eventually get in. Remember, make sure you get so you can go to your dashboard. So here's a couple things. Here's what's going on with Tradeify. Let me help you guys get in. So the first thing they'll do is they'll send you an email. They reset everybody's password for whatever thing is, and they disable the password reset feature so that you guys don't crash their servers all resetting your password at once. Your email should contain a password, a temporary one you log in with. They said it'd take an hour to send. It took like all night for me to get mine. I finally got mine this morning. Then I log in. Then the dashboard pops up. Then it shows nothing. And then I freak out. Then I log out and log in again. And it shows nothing. Then I freak out. Then I log out and log in again. It shows nothing. Then I freak out. Then I log out and log in again. And then a pop-up shows up. I did nothing different. Once I click dashboard, and it sent me a 6-digit code to my email to confirm. The minute I confirmed it, everything showed up. So I don't know if it's like some 2-factor thing they're forcing. I don't know, but whatever. But keep trying. So everybody at Tradeify is having some issues. It's going to be the thing today. Good morning, everybody. Tyler, Piper, Red Candles, Bruce, James, Fraser, Noxons, Rescue Fork, Red Candles, St. Evans, Mr. Smith, Victor, good morning. Muted only music. Maybe like good thing to listen to music in the morning. Maybe a little quietness without me talking. Mad Yoda, Future Forever, Moreno, E, Disco, Colin, Going Short, Lee Media, and the rest. We're a little late start here, Tradeify thing. But good morning, friends. And I always do roll call every morning, say hi to everybody, particularly. So let me just kind of get to the end here. Today's stream is going to be a charades experiment. We're going to be a robot today. Well, actually, no. Robots can still talk. I think it's mime. Not the robot, it's the mime. He like pulls himself on a rope and touches invisible walls and stuff. Anyone know why the sell-off? There's a sell-off. Let's kind of get to the features here. Oh, a little bit of pre-market selling. Okay. Let's take a look at everything we got. Let me log in here. All right, let's double check a couple things. First and foremost, we check every single morning, do our pre-market stuff. Oh, let me log into I got a case of the Mondays. All right, let's get this going on here. Not prepared. Well, I mean, it's pre-market. It's time to get prepared. Calendar, financial juice. We're good. Okay. Let me get my Cheat sheets out here. Always have my cheat sheets ready to go. Okay, that's good. Grab some of these to get for y'all. We are trading when the VIX environment, so we'll talk about this one. CD bands possible today, but maybe not. We'll talk about that one anyways. Strongest setups. Boom, let's go. All right, that's good enough. Okay. So the 18-day streak has come to an end with Friday's big nasty sell-off. Not really sell-off, but Friday's kind of like crap Friday. It was very weird because normally the market moves around, and then Friday came about, and oops. Friday at the start of the day took some losses, made some money, did nothing, then waited, and nothing happened. BS day with no movement, and I didn't get a chance to make it back. But whatever it is, down day was about 11th thou. I was up probably 18 days total. Again, 11th thou to over 5 accounts, so it's not even like in one account. So about 2-ish thousand per account. It's my normal daily loss per account. And so as you guys have been following the journey, Tradeify up to was about, I think I barely passed the 200K total mark, which was nice. Profit. And my 5 Tradeify straight to fundeds. So now minus 11, whatever it is. And so pretty much on stream, it was like kind of crummy. I was like, man, because I had at the very end of the day, I had longs, and I was like, okay, maybe it'll rally or something will happen. Nothing happened. Boo, boo, boo. But anyways, part of just expiration mechanic and market wasn't moving. Of course, we had zero. Like the market was just pegged to those strike levels to finish out expiration. Okay, so a couple things. But hey, it was fun, right? 18 days. That's not even my biggest streak. Those of you that were here in 2020, who remembers what my biggest streak was, and you guys were here for it? Like days without losing. Hello. Like an IDOC is in the house. Howdy. Okay. Wow, you were like up and ready to go early. You going to work out?
Yeah. Pilates in 15 minutes.
This is like a whole new you. Getting up, working out at 7 in the morning.
I'm gonna go shopping.
Are you gonna go shopping? You look cute.
I'm gonna go shopping.
You want my credit card? Is that what you're asking for? Wait, where are you going?
Great Barrel.
Good catch. Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
She's just being funny. This is not a real dynamic. She's an eye doctor. She does very well. Thanks, Daddy. LOL. She's just being funny. She's like, LOL. Yeah, where's the toast? Hey, wait. Am I supposed to get toast for that? Yeah, 70. It was a 70-day win streak. She brings me hot tea every morning for my throat. Because like talking for this long every day, it's like I get hoarse by the end of the day. Yeah, 70 days. So in 2020, I went on a 70-day streak. And the thing is that even on that stream, I was doing it in one account, in like a 1-account challenge. This is basically just one account. And the account number was shown on the screen. The balance was shown on the screen. The history was shown. So basically every morning I take a screenshot of the P&L curve and update it. And for 70 days, it was just up and up and up and up and up. It's incredibly crazy. And by the end of it, people were like showing up just to troll, just to talk shit. It became a really fun event. But yeah, 70. But anyway, streaks are not even a thing you should worry about. The winning streak is just all in your head. There's no reason to. It's just fun to talk about. But everybody loses in trading. Expect to lose a lot. All right. So this one, VIX above 1841. This is the VIX front month August 25 futures. Anytime VIX is above this 1841 level, you're going to experience some effects. The market's going to be sensitive to news. The market's going to be overshooting pivots, things like that. We call this a triple B, but it's really called a contango midpoint. What is the halfway point between the front month, the forward month contract over expiration on the Wednesday that VIX options expire, which is third Wednesday of the month. anyways, long-winded answer, but basically it's a midpoint between the final print on that contract and the opening print on this contract on that Tuesday night. As long as VIX is above here and it stays put for the month, you're going to have kind of a weird market, a weird air market. Things moving around quicker, things like this pre-market, all of that. Let me show you guys a little handout. It might help you understand a little bit more about it. Volatility. So you're going to see a lot of this. And I want you guys to look. There's two different modes. I teach you guys a little bit how I do my trading. There's two different modes with VIX, and it completely affect how I enter and how I trade. And this can be helpful for you guys because we're going to be experiencing this today. And of course, in this environment, it is easy to lose trades and get chopped out much more in the other environment. The other environment's better. My little drawing tool here. Let me put this to load up. Where did it go? Here it is. All right, Mr. Drawing Tool, you get over here. Little pre-market lesson for y'all. This right here is what you ideally want. You want to fall to some pivot. You want the market to tap it and go, and you're good. Well, the environment we're in is this one, right? Where it's a little bit different. What happens is you can see two different things. Number one is you can undershoot or chop around and overshoot your pivots before they go. The market doesn't necessarily hug these strike levels pretty easily because the market's very illiquid or underpriced liquidity. Therefore, there's a little more volatility. When you roll into a higher VIX contract in contango, that's normal in a bull market, but the first couple of days are kind of choppy. When you also have this environment, your volume is asymmetric around your pivots because it's clearly not as liquid. You don't get a nice distributed volume profile with high volume spike at the tip or at the bounce point. And so this is what we looked like yesterday. Markets chopping around and whatever. And because of this, I have to play the game differently. I have to long at different intervals inside of the and around the pivot. So instead of pretending I want to long 3 contracts at the pivot in a normal kind of like decaying environment, I'd long right at the pivot instead of stop. This environment, I have to long above, below, and by my stop. I have to build a position around the pivot. So you're going to see me do a lot of micromanaging in this environment right now, which is kind of getting in, getting in, getting in, getting out, getting out, getting in, and like basically going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 1 to 3 to 2 kind of thing. It's not just like set and forget it. A little bit different. If you look to the left in the cheat sheet, we give these out in our boot camp, by the way. You can see that the left side, the daily range is sort of smaller as the market moves around. And like when you put them all by the same size, the daily range is wider in this environment. Comparing them side by side, we kind of put these for scale, even though it's kind of small to see on here. You can clearly see that this is bigger than this. And so in this environment you're going to notice that the VIX or the S&P itself will have longer, wider days. So we're kind of like in this environment where things are a little kind of meh. All right. Now, again, it's not ideal, but I mean, it's manageable, right? It's not like the market's crashing. It just means volatility is unusual. The S&P is going to be a little more sensitive to news. So let's find out when the news is, right? And the one thing you want to do is see what's on the calendar. Today, nothing really big. A couple of bond auctions. Other than that, nothing. I'll talk tomorrow. Nothing tomorrow. Nothing big. Wednesday, nothing big on Wednesday. Existing home sales not going to really do much. The mortgage rate comes out, so that might affect housing, but that's only such a small part of the index. Thursday, your normal jobless claims, the global services PMI, the S&P numbers, that's coming out Thursday. And then Friday, we got a couple of things. This is a light news week, durable goods, and really nothing else. So, we don't have a lot of news this week, but the thing is that, we haven't really also heard much from, Trump shaking the foundation of the market. It's been kind of quiet last couple of weeks. So my nervousness is starting to kick in, anticipating, heck, Trump might say something anytime soon. So in this environment with VIX being the way that it is, we might get some unusual movement, right? So just kind of be cautious today. I really appreciate you guys for being part of the stream, for subbing to the channel and being here. I don't know if you guys saw my tweets. Somebody said, can you get a handy? Are you talking about from my doc or from me? You want both of us to help you out with that. Gotta sub to the channel. Anyway, it subs to the channel. It's a free handy, apparently. All right, welcome guys to the stream. Y'all are saying the funniest things in chat sometimes. I love y'all. All right. Where's the toast? That's right. You took my wallet and bring me any avocado toast. I feel a little cheated out of here. She loved me a long time. Y'all are so funny. Matt's a pimp. Haven't seen my credit card since you got your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? This happens, right? Throw that wallet to her every time, bro. There you go. There you go. She likes me for my glasses. That is true. She actually picked them out for me. She didn't like my old glasses as much, and she picked these guys out when I went to the eye doctor. And so the funny thing was I went to the eye doctor and she wanted these. There's like my old ones always have like thicker rim glasses, but these are like kind of clear in the front a little bit. They're clear-ish. You can kind of see through them. Black on the side. Yeah, they're Tom Fords because that's the only kind of glasses I wear. My sunglasses all Tom Fords. They're really nice. And so I went to the glasses place. And, you know, she's an eye doctor. So we went to her friend's clinic, who's also an eye doctor. And then we all tried on the glasses, and I was trying a bunch of different pairs. And finally, when I put this pair on, all three of the girls in there, which is her and her friend, who's also our friend. And then the other person was like, ooh. And I was like, okay, I'll take them. And they're like, you want to try on the other ones? I was like, nope. There's a rule of thumb when it comes to shopping with girls. And I'll tell you guys this. This is the easiest thing in the world. It's called the ooh principle. It doesn't matter what you're buying. It doesn't matter whether it's stuff for the house, a new pair of glasses, or an engagement ring. Doesn't matter. When you shop with the girl, all you need to do is stand 5 feet behind her. The minute she goes, ooh, or you see it, or you what, that's it. That's the one. That clue, that'll be it. When you hear that, ooh, you get it. Trust me. She'll be like, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. She won't even like the one she goes ooh on, but you pick the one she goes ooh on. That's it. Super simple. And when they all go, ooh, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. And I actually told them, all three of them, they were like, so you want to try on the other ones? I was like, no, because all you guys went ooh at the same time. All you care about is that first impression, right? The ooh indicator. So I ended up getting these glasses because she picked them out. Because she went ooh when I bought them or when I put them on. So, all right, let's get ready to get rolling for the morning. Let me make sure I got my overnights ready to go. Market's opening in 13 minutes. Let's stop chit-chatting. Overnight dynamics, these are strong pivots. I don't know where my labels are. Probably still back on Friday. I'm gonna tell you, you just gotta listen for the ooh, and that's the one. They won't tell you that's the one. Be indecisive. I don't know. I like this. I like this one, but it's the reaction, and then you'll get it. You'll get it right. You'll eventually get it right if you just listen to the cue. All right, boom. Okay, now stacks. Double check this. Is there a reversal on NQ? A little bit of selling pressure at the open, so we're gonna make sure everything's all right and tidy here. 6305 MHP. This could be another 90%er on this one. Ideal conditions should be. We are rolling into a new contract month, of course. 6325. That's about here. 80% MHP. DD band here. Let's kind of line everything up. Buffer limit there, this there, and this there. Okay, so we got a long setup all the way from that 6305 level. Should be all right. I'm marking up yesterday's close and open. Excited to have all this stuff automated. This week should be released. Here we go. Close yesterday is there. It was about here. A slight gap up is what we're getting. Wherever it ends up being. Let's smooth that out here. All right, so NASDAQ has support all down in here for the long side. Should be okay. I mean S&P, sorry, and let's do NASDAQ really quick. 23,156 on NASDAQ. That's there. Okay, let's get rid of all of this. All of this. I don't know what that pre-market candle was about. I didn't see anything in the headlines, but maybe I'm not paying attention. Let's ignore it for now. And then take a look when I'm done drawing. NASDAQ is kind of almost opening flat-ish. Can't wait to where all my notes are automated. It'll be so fun. Hit that like button. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. You want somebody to go ooh, ooh, ooh on you? Yeah. Well, you will, like, you know, You show up on a date or something, and somebody goes, "Oh, okay." Ooh. That's how we picked out this house, by the way. This girl, let me tell you, IDOC's the worst person in the world to shop her houses. You know why? She's not that vocal about it. Everything, she's so picky. But you know what? She wasn't picky about. When we walked in this room, she goes, okay. She was like, the subtle thing. And so when the decision came down, we're torn between like 3 different houses to pick from. I was like, let's take that other one. She's like, I don't know if I think I like that one the least. I was like, we're going to take that one. She's like, are you sure? I was like, you're going to take that one. And now she loves it. She's like, I'm glad. She tells me every day, I'm glad we picked this house of all the other ones. I'm like, ooh, I knew it. I know. We still have an impact red line open on NASDAQ. I think is where this is coming from. Let me double check this. Stay away from eye doctors. Solid advice. All right. It's old red line there. Monthly hedge pressure still here. Oh, it's QQQ. Where is the dynamic? This is like leftover notes from my mock-up drawing. Get off the screen there. Okay, there and there. 198. Oh, okay. Get up to 9 minutes. Okay. I'm kind of getting ahead. Normally what I'm doing, guys, I'm actually something I would do pre-market, but I got a little behind because Tradeify is having login issues. If you're having login issues with Tradeify, be persistent. I just kept trying it. It worked. Eventually what they will do is they will send you once you log into so the first thing Tradeify is going to do is they're going to send you a temporary password in your email. That's how you're going to get in. It took me all night to finally get mine. And then this is hedge pressure here. Let's put that off to the side. And then once I logged in, my dashboard was empty. So to make it even worse, this morning I couldn't even get into the dashboard. It showed I had no accounts. It wouldn't even show my username and password. I couldn't even log in. So I basically kept trying and refreshing and trying and refreshing. Then ultimately the dashboard sent me a thing that was like, oh, we'll send you a 6-digit code to your email. And then once that happened, I typed in the code. So the dashboard has a pop-up after infinite refreshes. I did nothing different. Finally, a pop-up appeared and was like, we'll emailed you a code. And then after like 10 minutes, I got a code. And I typed in that code and the dashboard opened up and everything was there for me again. The new streak begins. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope we get a new streak. But, you know, streak is all in. I always tell people, streaks are all in your head. Don't let it get to you. Don't trade because you want a streak, and don't not trade because you don't want to lose a streak. Streaks are just, unless you're streaking, streaks are just no fun. They can change you psychologically. They can make you do something you don't normally do. But if you get lucky and you win 5, 10, 20 days in a row, it does happen. I did go on an 18-day streak, which was incredible. All right, guys, 900 people here. Don't forget to hit the like button. I forgot to type this in chat. I kind of wrote like a whole nother playlist of jazzy sounding music. It's kind of more jazzy, but still lo-fi, and I'm mixing it with the other stuff. If you guys like this music, don't like this music, I'll write some more. I was having fun with Suno this weekend. I was write some major progression, you know, or major chord progression, slow lo-fi hip-hop beat And then this is what it came up with, a bunch of them. Just kind of like super classy, super chill. Somebody said 3 girls, damn. Oh, with the glasses, yeah. Reading these females like the charts. There you go. I'm telling you, the subtle hints of the female species. They'll let you know, but they're not going to let you know with their words. It's all body language and all reaction impression. It's like, where do you want to go eat? And then you never can pick a place, but just watch. And when you go, you want to get pizza? And she goes, no. Do you want to get tacos? Nah. You want to get steaks? Nah. But the jump was like, like that was the close enough to the right answer. That's the one. I've learned this. And with iDoc, she was like, I don't know if I like this house. I don't think that's the one. I was like, I know it's the one. You told me. Your body language said it's the one. And now she's going shopping because we're decorating the house. Because she's like, I love this house. It's so easy to decorate. I could put so many things everywhere. And I'm going to buy me a new. She bought like olive tree yesterday. I'm going to get another olive tree and put lights in it. And I was like, see, I knew. The subtleties. The jazz is kind of good, right? Music's good. Okay, cool. All right, market's opening in 4 minutes here. I'm trying to get my Tradeifys up to all payouts so I can get funded live with those guys. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm trading 5 Tradeify straight to funded accounts, 1 my funded futures live account on this stream, and then 7 funded next accounts that are going out this brand new sale they're doing. Funded next accounts are no DLL, uncapped payouts, and I call that the too good to be true sale because very few prop firms do this. Actually, no prop firms do this. No DLL and uncapped payouts is not a combination you see because it will bankrupt your firm. That's why they do it, just as an attention grabbing sale. But for you guys, who cares if they bankrupt themselves? Lock it in. There's no monthly fee, no activation fee, and you get no DLL and uncapped payouts. If just one of them survives, you've got unlimited capacity and no profit split. So you keep what you make. That's what I like about it. Every time they have a sale, we go ham with it. You know, this, like a lot of prop firms, you can only take out money so fast because of the payout caps. My funded futures is payout cap. Tradeify has payout cap. The good ones have payout caps. Funded Next decided for a market share grabbing event, no payout caps and no DLL, which means you can scale as fast as you want with no DLL, and then you can take all of it out with no payout cap. It's like, this is my, okay, if I get lucky, maybe one of these accounts get a 6-figure or 7-figure payout. Let me just scale it for just showmanship. Have too many rules? They really don't. It's the same rules as everyone else. Be careful on the social media influencers. Spend a lot of bad information. A lot of them do so because they're working for other firms. So a lot of times people, the echo chamber reiterates a lot of crap, talking smack about each other and whatever. The rules are the same, if not better than just about every other firm. They're very similar to my funded futures. No DLL, no payout cap, no activation fee, no monthly fee. You can DCA. You can micro scalp up to 40% of your trades can micro scalp. So the rules are pretty good. Any prop firm where the drawdown doesn't follow you, if you're my end of the day drawdown or a static account. So Tane trades, statics don't trail you. So for instance, you'd want to get like a static account from ETF or a static account from the futures desk. Both of those don't trail you. They're pretty good. Biden Friday, the email Sunday for not having traded. They should change the active rule to 14 days. So wait, they're counting the weekend as trading. So Ghost, let me know, because here's another thing. We're helping them change the rules for US futures. Little things like that, they'll change if we tell them. Are they counting? Oh, okay. So let me let these guys know. It's 7 calendar days. Yeah, that's kind of silly. Well, they'll change that. Watch, I'm gonna make them change that. I'm gonna text the owner right now. How about that? Hold on. Let me let them know that. I'm gonna get them to change that. All right. Let me see if I can get him to change it. Hold on. All right, let's go. Market's opening up. So I'm going to be looking for longs pretty much now. Resiliences are positive. We're opening kind of flat-ish, so let's wait a little bit. I'm a little timid after Friday's sesh to actively push this really hard, but I still went along the market just like always. Okay, so looking at Nasdaq at the open here, we are gapping up with a resilience greater than 0. This white line says that the open is support in case we bounce there. On the first red candle here, I may choose to take a long just to go. In one account. We're gonna see if we get the liquidity maps come up. Get anything out of here. All right. Doing anything good? All right. Should be coming up any moment now. Company's ETF, Elite Trader Funding. All right. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, maps come through. A little late on the maps today. Okay, here we go. 560. Okay, we are opening in a BLU. No, that's a BSU on QQQ. We are opening below it. So we're sitting here, BLU on SPY, which is good. Open is support, close is support yesterday, and bull zone is support. So we basically have inside of this range, long at the open is one of the good trades I can take. Yeah, that's just a nice little bull up like we expected. Oh, crap. I'm going to miss out on this one. Okay, let me see if I can get a good one. S&P long at the open. So this is it. Open, half gap. So support here and support here for long setups. And of course, bull long up has support at hedge pressure below. So QQQ is breaking through. On the 1B setup, a retap of hedge pressure is a long setup on NASDAQ. So right, retrace a little bit of this. Right about here is a long setup. So do I just want to like try to jump in on this? For whatever it's worth, I do want to let it pull back. QQQ, yeah, 23,271. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you guys doing this for me. Especially you, Simon. That's really nice. Right there. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. That's really helpful. All right. So today we have supports right out the door. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Basically long setup here. Long setup here. These are all, this is an A setup. This is a B setup. This is B setup all through here. All of this, like basically pick your pivot. Now, the thing is, I'm going to try one with just a couple of accounts. Basically, on the first pullback, I'm going to long just in a couple of accounts. If I can get it. Let's start building one in NASDAQ here. I'll add a couple more on the dip on another account. All right, I'm going to add this in one of my funded nexts here. One account on NASDAQ here. And one of them here. So right now, my goal in this stream is to pass 7 funded next straight no DLL accounts, so that way I can have them before the sale's over. I'll tell you guys about the kind of the setup here. So funded next has a, without a profit split, how does funded next make money? Yeah, so profit split is like the biggest lie you guys have ever been told in prop firms. It's not really a profit split. I know people call it profit split, but let me explain how prop firms work, okay? Prop firms have 3 different levels to it, okay? Number 1 is eval, and they all, profit split is just a way for them to fuck you further. So you have eval, funded, and live. Did you know that these are sim? We all know this. So these are sim. Eval, sim, right? Funded, sim. Even when you're funded, it's still sim. It's not even real money. Only when you go live is it money. And it's real money you're trading in real profits. So when you're live, a profit split does suck because you're giving them a portion of your actual profits. They're actually making money from this. But in the eval and funded world, you are sim trading, getting paid for it. Whose money? It's not even real trading money. It's the firm's money. The firm has money and they're paying you from their pockets, just like a casino. So a profit split of funded, it's just them paying you less. They're not even keeping profit. There's not even, this isn't even real profit. It's, yeah, it's profit split with fake money. They just pay you less just to fuck you more. It's like the rules are designed to squeeze you. And right at the end of the day, once you earn a payout, they squeeze you one more time. We'll just pay you out less. Bro, sorry. 90%. So let's put that aside. So they don't make their money on the sim side of things through profit split. None of them do. They just pay out less. It's a risk lowering step for them. And so with the firms doing that, they can actually save money and stay operational longer without going bankrupt, etc. So how does Fund and X make money? Just like any other one, they make money as the net sum of people losing, paying out the winners. Just like a casino, it's the casino model. That makes sense? Oh man, I meant to grab this in a couple more accounts. Whatever. It's okay. By Fund and X, I was trying to brute force that. It's okay. Okay, this account's up $1,000. These are off screen, by the way. The one you see on screen is my Tradeify. All right, these can make about 2,000 a pop. Let's let it rip. Ripping to break pre-market highs. I love it. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, this is the first wave up. I have no gauge on this. Let me take profit just because I broke highs. Let me relook at this on an entry point. I don't want to be just drifting this long. Let me flatten out because I do want to be long even further, but I do want to see a healthy pullback to long from. We broke through hedge pressure without even testing. I feel a little nervous, but I did get my quote unquote 40-point run. As soon as I get that amount, I usually kind of take my profit and wait to see anything better happen. So this is a nice clean bull long up. Things are clean. That's good. That's money out the door. I like it, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, friends. Ooh, 1,150 people. I wasn't even paying attention. 1160. 1169, I think, is the biggest stream we've ever had as far as concurrent viewers. Thank you guys for being here. All right, so VIX still above triple B, which means the volatility can still be there, which means the market to cleanly continue to go without pulling back. I don't really believe in that, so I'm gonna let it pull back a little bit. That was a nice clean trade out the door. Again, with all the accounts I'm trading, I just touched that in 3 accounts. Let me detail the challenge I'm doing, and I always do this. I put this on the screen, so I stack all my all my accounts on top of each other, so you guys can see everything. You know, so I'm trading currently 13 accounts now. I think that's 13, right? Yep. Little screenshot here of this. All right, so to stack them all up, take a photo. Hold on, let me Photoshop it real quick. I'm just kidding. Here we go. This is just the 3 accounts out the door. Let me figure out how to put this over here. This will be fine right here. Boom. Okay, so this is what I'm flat, so I'm waiting just to see. Honestly, I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback. I don't think we're going to sell off. I think the market's still bullish as hell. DD ratio 90%, that's perfect. So our greater market indicators, right? So this is what we look for. How to know it's a bull or bear market? How do I know to chase the long out the door? Greater market, that's it. Greater market are 3 tools that Rockseer has. You can determine if the market's bullish or not. Number 1 is this ratio at the top. If this ratio is greater than half, call it the DD ratio, the bull bear bias indicator. Means more than half the market cap is bullish. This is 90% of the market cap of the S&P stocks bullish. Clean. Number 2 is if SPY is monthly gamma maximum, we call them monthly hedge pressure for dealers. As long as you're above the gamma exposure maximum level, SPY is bullish for the month, hedged bullish. So it's got this like a long-winded pressure that pushes it higher just from hedging. You guys will see me on the chart draw fans sometimes just to say there's a wind blowing it up. So there's a natural long pressure from here, just natural algorithmic longing. So that's good. Now this is like what the stocks are now. This is like a month-ish of look. This is 3 months out. So the last one is called monthly maps. All you do is you click SPY, you click here, and you click on monthly map, and it will tell you if we're bullish or bearish. Monthly map is a fantastic forecasting tool to tell you if we're in a bull or bear market. You guys have been through the monthly map class in the boot camp. You'll know that this is extremely bullish. When that gray is sloping down like that and that light gray is sloping down like this, very bullish. When the space between them is very light, it's not that volatile either. And we're trading in a bull zone. As a matter of fact, at 6:30 SPY, this is bullish through October. You can't see the axis there. October. So this is extremely bullish. Even from here, this people are like feeling like this is a high. This is a low for the next wave. It's good. Even at the high, I'm longing out the door. You guys trading today? Did y'all make any trades? What did y'all do? Just let me know in chat what you guys did. Did y'all short? Did y'all long? What's your play today? It's got to pull back. Hold up. Let me kind of platform stuck here. Let's get on with it. Hold up. Let's load up my data here. S&P. S&P looking solid here. Long out the door, long out the door. Fade all the things. Very cool. 1 micro long. Very cool, very cool. That was nice for a little bit of a play. Hold on. Oh, Best Buy's calling me. Hold up. Hello? No, I think our TV we got is kind of a dud. Not really a dud, but it has issues like the TV resets all the time, like in the middle of watching it, it just like cycles through and reloads itself up. I've reset it to factory settings a couple of times. I've reset the network settings, all that. And it still kind of gets a little wonky. I think the ARC, you know, like is wonky enough as it is if you guys ever use an ARC. So dang, it's just, there's no pullback. Well, looks like longs are paying out the door again. That's good. I wish I'd have got more, but you know, money's money, whatever. Go with an LG. This is where I was like, maybe I'll probably go with the low lead instead. Why'd the market dip like this before running? The market just basically had no reason to be rallying. There's no news or anything. The market's just finding liquidity, right? So dealers before market opens are always trying to find liquidity in the market, right? So just a little bit of pre-market selling pressure, and they're just opening the market where they think it should be liquid, right? Nice and clean. I'm just measuring what this little tool here is doing. Somebody's mentioned before, like mad trades with fibs. This is not a fib tool. This is how hypnotized all these newbie traders are. They see an indicator and they think a fib tool. This isn't a fib at all. This is just me measuring the distance of a move and seeing the labels. This is like a ruler. So I can see how far we went. Okay, oh, that's 100 points. The reason I use this little thing here is that way I can't say, well, how far did it move? And I'm like, okay, the right axis 255 and 349. It's fewer steps. So basically, I always am keeping in my head these 40-point increments in the NASDAQ to kind of track what's going on. I can look at this very quickly and say that's 100 points. So I can also, it's just a ruler, basically. It's my little ruler tool. And from here to here is another 100. So that's all this is. So this is not fibs. I did have somebody ask me, which fibs are those? No. Fibs are silly, and I don't use them. I just repurposed the fib tool. I'm an engineer, so I built my own tool out of an existing tool. So that's all this is. I'm just measuring the move. It's not even really 1170. Oh my god. I think this is a record-breaking stream, you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button. Do me a favor. We'll be doing a giveaway today. Yeah, so Best Buy is going to be coming out to look at our TV, make sure everything's all right. We just got a new Samsung And as much as it is like as much as I like have a love-hate relationship with the quantum.oleds, I have a quantum.oled gaming monitor that I'm about to give away on the stream because I'm tired of it. As beautiful as they look when you go to the store and they play that high contrast stuff and you're like, wow, it looks so clear. The colors are real weird looking. You have to really kind of play with it to get it to look normal. Jesus, almost regret not staying in this long. You guys are getting fucking paid out today. Oh my God. Upper DD van is the target. I just longed my 40 and got out of the way, but shit, look at this. Still going higher. Gotta love it. All right. Where's the pullback? I know. They give me no pullback. I was waiting for something, like a retrace or something. But hey, I mean, I made something. All right. Dang. Okay. So here's the challenge to know with Funded Next. With Funded Next, they have a no DLL, no payout cap, no payout split. It's completely going to lose them money. But their goal is they're competing with all these other firms that are big and they're trying to make a big splash in futures. So they do this too good to be true sale so that they can actually get some market share. So how does it work, right? So, you know, we use MyFunded Futures and Tradeify, a couple of the bigs here. And with Tradeify, for instance, they've got like a payout cap and consistency and profit split, right? Well, Funded Next, which is one of the biggest Forex firms out there, decided they wanted to do this thing to get market share and do this basically challenge is an absolute loss to them, but whatever, right? We're going to milk it. And the idea is that when you have no DLL, allows you to scale infinitely. And it's an end of the day drawdown account, which makes it even easier to trade than a trailing drawdown. And then they have no payout caps. So you can scale infinitely and then take it all out. It's so crazy. When they have this sale, everybody goes nuts. Every influencer out there picks it up because it's such a big deal. And last time it was a huge splash. And last time I get up to 300,000 worth of accounts. I grabbed 3 of them last time and I ended up getting a $10,000 payout in that first month. So I got an ROI on it. This time around, I'm trying it all over again, but they upped it to, you can have $1 million worth of accounts now instead of 300,000. So you can have 700 sim and then 300 funded with 7 in reserve. So now the idea is if I can get them all passed before the sale is over, then what I can do is I can actually at least babysit all of them and hopefully 2 or 3 of those accounts make their way to big fat payouts. So my goal is with that is to do like another million challenge or something like that. If I get one of those accounts to survive with the buffer, the chance of it blowing up is practically 0. So if I can get those accounts to not blow up, well, not practically 0, but you know, fingers crossed, I don't trade big enough to blow it up in a day. If I can just get a big buffer in one of those accounts and get lucky enough to have the market run in my favor a little bit, then I can actually do a big challenge with that. So if I can get like 10 or 20K buffer in that account, I'll turn it into a 100K challenge. Let me get a 100K payout. I'll try to do it like a big payout just to show off, not like make payouts along the way. So my goal with that is to get a big fucking payout with these. There's consistency. There is 40%, which is better than many of your end of the day drawdown accounts out there. So like Tradeify growth is 35. Top step is 50. So 40%'s in the ballpark, right? Which is good. The 40% consistency is pretty huge, right? Yeah, so consistency is great because it's like the idea that everything that limits your scalability, like Tradeify's 20% consistency, I got to trade small. I can't even trade big if I wanted to. Right, I have to make a certain amount per day, but 40% consistency lets me kind of hit some home runs in there, which is kind of nice. All right. But I basically right now, what I need to do is I need to sort of brute force these accounts to get them passed. Hopefully I can get something good out of it. So what I'm trying to do right now with Funded Next is to all day I'm going to be over trading them, probably busting some of them. The goal is to brute force pass evals. So I have 7 fresh no DLL evals. The week before, all of my other evals, essentially, I mean all of my other Funded Nexts were the ones that were, hold on. The ones that were the ones that did have DLL, because throughout the challenge or throughout the last month, after I took some payouts on some of them, some of my no DLLs busted, so I had regular accounts with them. And the regular accounts, when I heard about the sale, I decided to bust them on purpose because you have to get rid of them to buy the new ones. You can't just reset and get the new rules. So the new rules are fresh accounts only. So the last couple days on the stream before the sale started last week was me purposefully losing those accounts on stream to show people how to trade, or to show people what I was going to do in the new challenge. So with those, with the daily loss limit, you can't just like blow it up in one trade. So I had to clear the path so I can get these 7 fresh, brand new Fund and X accounts. So now the goal is, can I get a return on them? And so now what I need to do is pass all 7 before the sale ends. So that is kind of one of the first things I'm doing here. Is I wouldn't consider this strategic trading for these at the sim phase. And this is just brute force. Let me pass them as quick as possible. And the idea is whether I bust them or don't bust them, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to go for $1 million payout. So I'm setting up for a $1 million payout. I'm not trading them as strategically as I would be in a real situation or a live situation or funded situation. The idea is I got to pass 7 before the sale ends, because you can't buy these accounts anymore. So does everybody understand what I'm saying when I'm saying I got to pass them before the sale ends? That makes sense to you guys? Hello, pullback. Is that you? I hope we get one. This my funded futures have a consistency rule in the eval, not in the expert account. Yeah, so what I'm going to be doing with these guys is just brute forcing them, taking like 5 contract trades and shit like that, just to try to get a big pass super quick. And if I blow up, I blow up. Whatever. But the goal is that every $300 or whatever I spend, at the end of the day, I'm going to lock in 7 accounts and I'm going to try to get a big fat payout with it. So the goal is I need to get them passed before we close. So these, I'm just going to jump in the longs at the top. As a copy trader, I actually don't copy trade. I'm one of the few people that don't do that, but I also have a very good success rate in props by not doing that. It's part of my strategy not to do that. Guys, do me a favor really quick while we're chilling here. I love you guys. Y'all know the rule here, because we're gonna be doing a giveaway pretty soon. You guys know the drill. I'll be right back because I have to go to a bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. Hit the like button. Let's get up to 500 plus. Everybody do it, do it, do it. We'll do a giveaway. Actually just had to go get a toothpick real quick, and I'm back. Don't forget, this Fund and X sale is by far the biggest sale period on all props. Hold on. That's driving me crazy. I hate having stuff stuck in my teeth. So which accounts did I buy off the Fund and X? Yeah, let me detail some info about the sale to you guys real quick. Hold on. All right, hold on one second. I got the 100Ks. So with the Fund and X, and here again, this is what makes it so cool. And I'm not always like pushing a prop so hard, even though I work for all the prop firms in a way. Well, not all of them. It's just because, you know, the idea is that when they have a really good offering, that's whenever I get excited about and kind of tell you guys all about it. Here's what it is really quick. They've upped it to where now you can get a total of 700,000 total of sims. So it's any combination. You can get 7 of these, 14 of these, or I guess, what's that? 28 of these. And the best bang for your buck really is the 50Ks, because you basically do drawdown to cost ratio. Drawdown cost ratio is slightly better in the middle, but it's again, Up to you which one you like. The difference is in normal non-sale environments, this is the better account because you get the better DLL. DLL, remember, is what limits your scalability. In prop firms, daily loss limit is about what you can make on the way up. If you really think about it, right, we trade on R's, right? Everybody says like 3R, 4R, whatever. If you're trading a 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 trade, the reward to risk is locked into what your risk is, and your risk is set by the prop firm as DLL. Your prop firm has a daily loss limit, and you only trade like 2R off of that, then you're only making 2,400 a day at most, right? You can't really scale fast with a low DLL. So without the sale, when these are normally daily loss limit, which is normally what they have, this is the better account. When the sale is active, however, and this rule is gone, they get rid of this rule for the sale accounts, which is what makes them so awesome. When they get rid of this rule, then the middle one is better because the cost per drawdown is better. You do the ratio, you take this divided by this. And as you see, this is close to 10, this is close to 9 something. You get more drawdown per dollar you spend. The 50Ks are basically the best deal you can get with the no DLL. But either case, it's up to you. Like, you know, I just manage, I get the hundreds anyways. Just so I can have a fatter account with a little bit more. The scaling is pretty bad on the cost of drawdown on the 100K, but the big fat DLL is why I used to buy them. So, but it's up to you. Spend a little bit more. It's like less efficient use of your dollar, but still really good. But the 50K is the better one. Can't believe this rally. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I love it. Okay, we're close to upper DD band right up there. Looking pretty solid. S&P just freaking rocketing straight up with no stop. I love it. All right, back to the music. MC. Hey, Matt, what do you think the S&P is holding back? Why do I think the S&P is holding back? Probably just by the... Wait. I don't think it's holding back. Explain. So my trick is that when it comes to these fund and X accounts, I'm going to be brute forcing them. So not even we're talking about like the performance of them today. So my goal is just to hit them with 5 contracts, at least out the door. The ones that haven't made anything yet, and then get at least $2,000 profit on the first day, and then second and third day I start trading them serious. So the goal is to get as far ahead as I can with these accounts as quick as possible. So far I haven't touched my MyFunded futures yet, and my 2 Tradeifys are up $888. Code is going to be rocket, by the way. And 700K is the maximum cap. Yeah. So you can get actually 1,000 total of those accounts. You get 1,000 total. Sorry, 1 million total, which is 700. You can buy 700 eval, and then you pass 3 of them. You can buy 3 more. So you can have 700 total eval, 300 total funded. Yeah, so Tradeify have a customer service number. DJ, everybody's having problems with Tradeify today because they updated their website, and their website basically is all fucked up. So if you can't connect, keep trying. What they did at Tradeify, you should check your email. They're sending you an email with the temporary password to let you connect, if that's what you're having a problem with. So everybody had their password forcibly reset, DJ. Hopefully that helps you out. And it happened to everybody. So they check their Discord for updates. And you did not get email. It took me all night to get the email. Literally all night. I got it in the morning. I didn't even get special treatment. Trust me. Like, I messaged Brett. I messaged Wiz. All these guys, none of them wrote me back. So they're overwhelmed, I'm sure. If they're not writing me back, and I'm on a daily conversation with a lot of those guys, we talk every day very quickly back and forth. And so if they're not able to answer my question in the partner section, you can tell they're slammed. So looks like we're getting a big breakout here again. One more. So just be patient with Tradeify. Normally it's like I'll send them a message and within minutes they're like able to write back. I haven't heard from them since yesterday. So, you know, they're busy. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you guys. They're going out in batches. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the reason that they're doing that in batches, dude, this market is nice and bullish. I love it. Is to not overload their servers. And this is kind of what we have to do as well sometimes. If everybody's resetting their password all at once at the same time, when you run a trading platform, you'll know this. All of you guys are going to log in like 5 minutes before the market opens and log in. Imagine having millions of people reset their passwords all at once. You're going to crash the system for everybody. So batch rollout is actually very smart of them to do that. So that's just to make sure that they're not crashing their servers. So you're going to get your password in chunks. I didn't get mine till this morning. So they're going to send you a temporary email, or sorry, a temporary password and email. You're going to log into their desktop with that temporary password. And after you log in to that account of yours with that temporary password, you're going to get to the dashboard and it's still going to be fucked up. This would happen to me whenever I logged in. The dashboard didn't even show my accounts. It was like, you don't have accounts. And I was like, why don't I have accounts? Doesn't make any sense. And I refreshed and refreshed and refreshed. Nothing happened. None of my accounts showed up. It was all a mess. And then I refreshed one more time. And then out of the blue, a pop-up pops up that basically just says, we're going to email you another code to access your dashboard. So I think what they tried to do is they tried to force a two-factor, I guess, in a way for you to access your dashboard. That's what it seems like to me. And I don't know if that's what it is, but I just refreshed a bunch after. So 2 steps. Number 1, you're going to need to actually get into your account. And then number 2 is after you get into your account, you're going to need to access your dashboard. So another pop-up happened. And that second pop-up was asking me for a 6-digit code. And then I can access my dashboard. So that's basically what happened. If I can. So it's gonna be kind of a nightmare, but they updated our website. They tried to do the update a while back and they had to pull it back because the rollout was kind of a failure in the same capacity. But they rolled out this time. It's still kind of a messed up a little bit. But, you know, again, Tradeify is one of the best firms out there. We trust that they're going to do all right. Hopefully they'll be good. All right. Some of you guys still a little gun shy after Friday's kind of like crappy day. Ba, 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 ba. A $1 billion loan, please. LOL, y'all are so funny. Y'all are so funny. Businessman, it's such an incredible thing because it's like, you know, you guys know the drill. I am live trading on YouTube, I also run 2 companies at the same time. So I'm always having to run the business as well. Actually, this is even really a bare zone. These are just extras. So I think people forget. And it's kind of weird because there's like a lot of, you remember like a couple weeks ago when some Discord salesman came at me and was like, what do you do? Show your trades, whatever. Like, I've been doing this on YouTube for 10 years. I've been known as Mr. Transparency. I show you guys everything. Like, that's what I was known for. And so I think people just see a big number and they want to tether off into your comments and try to leech some viewers. However, you know, after that person, some penny stock pump and dumper came at me too, and some weird brand new prop firm that's associated with people that got arrested, you know, came at me, and then all of a sudden my views are up 40% a week. I love when people come at me because all they do is send people my way. It's been fun watching us grow. Somebody wants to step up, and then they're like, is your P&L real? Is this even real? And I got freaking Brett Simba coming in the comments saying, you know, live soon. And my funded futures, I gave them a phone call. They literally tweeted, oh yeah, his stuff is real. This is a real account. And then homeboy runs away, doesn't post their results. This is what it's like out here. So I'm glad you guys respect transparency and showing, you know, trades in and out, describing what I do on screen. I'm never like, oh, by the way, here's the trade I was in off screen. I'm now up 3,000, you know, or the day starts and I'm already up $50,000. There's people out there that are like paper trading and pre-market, they're just yellowing in all directions and then just bring a $30,000, $40,000 profit on their screen. It's like, you guys are getting so much smarter, not fall for that crap, which I'm so happy to see. And it's so weird because like, I feel like it's kind of slim pickings out there. The influencers out there are just so bad at trading. And there's some really good ones. I'm not saying they're all bad, but there's some bad ones. And the minute a bad one is like cloud chasing up in your comments, dude, it's like 3 back-to-back weirdos came at me, and all of a sudden we're now getting 1,200 views a stream, 1,200 concurrent viewers per stream. It's crazy. So thank you guys for coming from those places where those weirdos were like, you know, entertaining you for a little bit. You guys found a new home here. I really appreciate that. Mr. Transparency, I'm like John Cena. That's right. Yeah, that's how you rotate. They all critique each other and then you go. Yeah, when somebody talks shit about somebody, you go to watch the shit show. That's what everyone does. People are like, okay, let me go over there and watch this absolute shit show. Like the guy I watched is calling this other guy. Let me go check him out. And then people come over here and they're like, whoa, wait, this guy's actually showing his trade on stream. Oh, he's actually showing the P&L. He's describing everything he's doing. Oh, he actually has a trading system. Actually has a whole thing. Okay. And it's like, I think in the guru world, they're all frauds. So they feel safe calling each other out because each time you call each other out, maybe you grow a little bit. I don't know, but they're all bad. But the minute a fraud causes a real trader out, the real trader grows. It's like a fucking magnet. It's crazy. Yeah, one of those penny pump and dumbers came at me, dude. Penny stock guy now trading futures. Like, we got a 20% boost off of that. So it's like, all right, keep coming. That's all I got to say. Whatever. I just do my thing. Love it or hate it. You know, it's like, I don't care. I really don't. Like, it was kind of nice. So all of you guys that have come over here and y'all are hanging out with the community, we have probably the coolest community out there. We're fun loving. Not that many shitheads. Some of these guys are shitheads, but not too many of them. They're all pretty nice. Just started watching like last 2 or 3 sessions. Oh yeah, cool, Saeed. Appreciate that. So I read on Tesla. Yeah, let me check it out really quick. But I made a tweet last night that was basically thanking the community for being smart. And I know, like, in general, this is for you guys why I'm saying any of this. Tesla is a general non-bullish, non-bearish. It's bearish-ish below hedge pressure, so be careful. But it's not shorting bearish. Anything below here is kind of like no man's land the way that it's not investment advice, so don't take this as advice. It's my opinion, just for me. Anything below here is not bullish. See how there's no arrow? It's kind of non-directional and choppy. It's overall bullish, but it's maybe not bullish from here. So Tesla could have a little bit of downside. So just be cautious here with Tesla. But this is a general, like, thank you to the community for getting very smart. As I know, when I used to trade on YouTube, there's a long time ago, right, when YouTube futures was just a non-existent thing. You guys may not know this, but I'm one of the first 3 futures streaming day traders there ever was in the history of futures streaming. Back in 2016, there were only 3 people streaming. I don't know if you guys are OGs, but do you know who the 3 godfathers of future streaming are? Do you guys know the other 2 besides me? There are 2 people that have been here just as long as me doing this on YouTube. You know the other 2? There's a little trivia. Ross into futures. Yeah, Trace and Matt's the other one, and Pat. Yeah, you guys nailed it. Pat and Matt. That's it. You guys nailed it. Yeah. It was me. It was Matt. It was Matt, and Pat. This was it. This was like 10 years ago. It was the 3 of us. We're the only people doing it. And trading futures. Futures wasn't a popular thing. And so we grew through the ranks when everybody was trading penny stocks, and that was the hot thing. So penny stocks were hot for a while, then crypto was hot for a while, and the whole time we're just trading futures, and all of a sudden the prop explosion happened, and futures is like the biggest thing now. And so lucky for us, we got like caught in a ride where, you know, we're streaming the hottest thing before it was hot. And now, you know, back then, if a new futures trader streamer emerged, you knew it. Like, you know, we're like, oh, there's somebody named, you know, Tori that showed up. Oh, okay. Like, it was like a big deal. Oh, there's a new person out there. And then little by little, it was like there's a new person every once in a while. And now there's like 10 new people every week. Every day there's a new person. It's crazy since COVID. And since COVID happened, and since the prop firm explosion took off right after COVID, there's 1 million people you can watch now. And everybody out there is like, check out the millions of dollars of accounts I have and what's real, right? It was really easy to get fooled because everyone used every trick in the book. And a lot of you guys are new traders since COVID. You didn't know that back in the day, the reason there were only Matt and Pat was because there was no prop firms to show. You had to show a real account. And I went to the extreme to put the account number and the balance and everything live on stream. I just traded 1 account. There were no props at the time. Or there were, but I just wasn't trading them. TopStep, I think, and Earned a Trade were the only 2. No, just TopStep in 2016, just TopStep. And it was even a big thing back in the day. So when new people showed up, it was really easy to spot a paper trader, and not too many people showed up and entered the world because, you know, nobody believed it. People were smart back then. Futures traders are a more sophisticated audience back then. And now all the new traders are trading futures, and therefore it was not sophisticated for a while. COVID happened. A lot of people jumped into trading because of COVID. And therefore you guys hadn't, you know, there's a whole new wave of gullible students, and there's a whole new wave of fraudster teachers that are trying to pass off skill by posting big payouts or big profits or whatever, but not showing anything that you guys would normally see. So it's like we entered into a dark age of influencer, where, you know, the community got dumb for a while, no offense to you guys, and it was like laughable to the OGs. We're all sitting around like, this is funny, because there was a time when nobody fell for the tricks, and now everybody's falling for the tricks. There's just a whole bunch of gullible people entering the futures world. And so nowadays, I feel like you aren't gullible anymore. I'm so proud of the futures community, because I'm watching these new people start up their streams and post the same guru tricks, and y'all aren't falling for it. I'm watching them not grow. I'm watching them kind of get shunned. I'm watching them being ignored, which is exactly the way it used to be. It took a while. So here are the tricks people do. They'll trade off screen, drag it on screen when they're already in profit. Okay, well, you know, they're longing one account, shorting one account, showing you the winner. You guys don't fall for that anymore. That's great. You guys understand that payouts doesn't equal profit. Payouts are raw gross profits that are taxed to 99. Any prop firm influencer that posts a payout, subtract 50 to 60% of that, and that's their net take home. 40% of that is lost to taxes. 10 or 20% of that is lost to profit split, and the rest of it is lost to the fees that goes into getting the accounts. So somebody's $1 million payout, burst your bubble on that, is probably maybe $200,000 or $300,000 payout. It's really not $1 million bucks. But the idea of I got $1 million payout is just like a, recording artist saying, I got, $10 million in gross sales. Well, yeah, after everybody takes their cut, you walked away with like $100,000 worth of profit. So payouts don't equal profit. You guys aren't falling for that anymore, which is great. Traders not showing history. You guys are not falling for that anymore. I'm watching the small YouTubers say small. I'm watching people streaming for a year, prop firms with 200 views and 300 views and still staying there, which is great. Because used to, you only got big if you were good. And now you get big because you post big fat sim payouts. And for a while, a bunch of influencers popped up and have disappeared. So my post last night was thinking the community were actually becoming smart again and becoming very, educated and very wise. You guys have kind of paid your dues and y'all are all wise to the tricks these days, which is good. I have to commend you guys. Yeah, there's a bunch of these like Lambo driving fucking goofballs that are now becoming like, back in the day, there used to be witch hunts. People would go crazy. If someone got caught paper trading, the community would just rip them apart and they would never recover. And these days it's almost, or like after COVID, it was almost forgiven. Paper traders would get busted and people wouldn't care. Oh, he's still good though. He still gives great advice. Yeah, well, whatever, to each their own. I don't know. I mean, I don't want somebody teaching me basketball if they can't fucking dunk. That's my thing. I'm just that elitist when it comes to learning. I want to learn from Jordan. I want to learn from Kobe. I want to learn from the good people. Like I don't want to learn from somebody that just like fucking played basketball on PlayStation and that's their experience, like that's sim basketball, bro. Like I don't, that's just not me. And so for you guys, people were absolutely okay with spending their money learning from people that didn't actually play the game. And I always found it to be kind of weird. And so the community has gotten smart again in general, because there was so much, I call it trader porn, being thrown around. Here's my Lambo, here's my watch, here's my this, here's my that, here's my $1 million payout. Like no shade being thrown to like, those guys that made their $1 million Apex payouts, but they didn't make $1 million fucking dollars trading. That's for damn sure. They made a fraction of that, if that. But the advertisement is like, look at me, I made $1 million payout, and now they're famous traders or whatever, Not saying they're bad, but it's just not what you're seeing on the screen. It's not really what's happening. And you guys are wising up to it. So I'm starting to notice that, because back in the day, you would see frauds calling frauds out, which is kind of funny. They're all hedging their bets. I'm just going to call out this guy and he's going to call me out. I'm going to call him out. You know why? Because nobody's real. And when a fake calls out a fake, nothing happens. There's no downside, because they're not going to lose viewers to the other person. They're going to fight with each other and whatever. But when a fake calls out somebody that's really doing it, they destroy their own brand. And these days, this is to show the community's right where it needs to be again, which I want to commend you guys for being this place again. Yeah, rental Lambos. They're like airplane. You can rent out like an airplane, but it's not really an airplane. It's like a set that looks like an airplane. It's like a private jet set you can rent out to like film your business in. Hey guys, I'm a luxury real estate guy, blah, blah, blah. Check me out, my private jet sort of stuff. It's like, so we've kind of exited the dark ages and we've entered like this Renaissance era again of you guys being fucking enlightened. And I love it. You guys are so smart and you don't fall for the tricks anymore. It's very simple. Put a DOM on your screen, enter and exit the trades together. Show performance in some capacity. For me, my rule is I can't show 13 accounts on stream. The one I enter in first is always the one on stream. And then I annotate like I'm in these other trades and I tell everybody what I'm doing. Looks like we hit that upper DD band really quick. Wow, that's incredible. Very cool. Yeah, show your entries and exits, show your performance, and then show historic updates of everything you've done. And that's something people don't actually do. But the fact that I'm seeing you guys demand it more is making me happy. So congrats to the community for, you know, growing up a little bit. Matt and Pat sound like Dr. Seuss, yeah. And like you guys, what I like about Pat a lot, and what I like about Matt a lot, love or hate, you know, these guys, these are my dudes. We've been doing this kind of alongside each other forever. These guys have really been grinding it out very transparently. And it's like, you know, love Pat or hate Pat, or love Matt or hate Matt, doesn't matter. I like both of them because they actually were the ones doing it right. And whether, even when Pat self-admittedly got caught back in the day, you know, paper trading, he even tells you, yeah, he's like, I did it, but I wised up and got good at trading and learned, and now he's crushing it, right? It's like you get to see the journey. Even people make mistakes and they go out and redeem themselves and then start getting better and showing you, at least they admit it and show you everything they do. Like, that's really what I want to see. Matt was always transparent, showed us stuff. You know, these people were actually doing it right the whole time. That's why they stayed around forever. And so I like that. And then I see this new batch of gurus in the prop world is like everybody's somehow a millionaire trader. Like, I don't even know. It's just crazy. And I watch them trade and I just look at somebody and I go, oh, this person's not really trading. But then I watch the community not like glorifying somebody anymore. You guys are like, okay, you entered the space, you watched the Lambo guy for a couple months, you watched the other one for a couple years, and now you guys are like, oh, none of that worked. Okay, let me find something of somebody that's really doing it. And everybody got smart again, which is cool. And that's what we like. People are like saying like, Matt, how did you get so big so quick? So you're like, are you buying views? You buying ads? No, this is organic growth. I think we're just entering a renaissance where people are like, I actually want to watch somebody trade and explain their trades. That's it. History is important. Transparency is important. I think it just took that long for the community to start shunning a bunch of guru Lambo traders. And now everybody's like, okay, let's start watching people really doing it. And there's a lot of people out there really doing it now that are all starting to grow at the same time, which is fantastic. So I think the audience in general is tired of seeing Lambos and watches, and makes me happy. So kudos to you guys. If you don't, somebody said somebody's not transparent in their opinion. Hey, and again, that's your opinion. And again, I'm not trying to make a sales pitch for the other guys either. Right? Maybe not transparent enough for you. That's all that matters. That is all that matters, by the way, Carlos. Do you make sense? Doesn't matter what I think. All it matters is what you guys think. And if that doesn't pass your filter, then don't watch that person, right? That's all I got to say. You were 100% right. So you guys, the fact that you guys are understanding that there's a degree of what you guys are expecting, have your own filter, you're doing it absolutely right. 100% agree. So don't even let me sell you somebody is good enough. If you're like, no, I still watch that person and I don't think they're transparent, that's all you need to know. I mean, that's your, if your filter thinks that, then your filter is right, because your filter is all that matters for you. Don't ever take my word for it or anyone else's word for it. When I'm telling you guys, set standards for yourself. Require somebody to show you a certain amount. The world of tell, don't show is a dead world now. So, oh wait, what am I trying to do here? Which I think is great. You guys make people show what you want to see and don't even buy a story. Waiting for a pullback? Man. Yeah, no, it's kind of like, where do we go from here? Upper DD band is the limit for the upside move, which I think from there becomes where the market can pull back a little bit. All right. My one question is, as far as the brute forcing goes, a low probability short off of the band, but I don't know if I want to try to do it, but I need to make something because I can make some headway in some of these accounts. So I might actually, for the first time in a while, short upper DD band, not that I want to or think that the market's bullish, but I might take that bet just in a couple of accounts just to get a quickie scalp out the way because I need to put some distance between starting point and these accounts here. And start to build some. It's not normally what I would do in any of my serious accounts, but I got to pass some of these eval stages. They're going to make some kind of trade. Now, the appropriate trade is to chase along, but I might actually wait for that. The FIP till trend line. Yeah, you guys are so funny. But yeah, I'm very appreciative of this community. You guys have been so like loving and thankful towards us. I love it. Like, I'm very happy. We do our thing. You know, there's no... I am vocal. I'm a vocal critic of, you know, people trying to sell you guys stories and stuff in the space. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just super thrilled and pumped. To see like the space become a place where people don't buy bullshit anymore. And as I get bigger, I'm starting to see, and IDOC told me that she's like, you know, when you start getting big, you're going to have a lot more visibility on you. And there's a lot of bullshit artists that don't like the idea that we got big and they didn't. So they get hypercritical, but every single one of them that's walked over and said anything to me just bumped our viewership 20%. And I really appreciate you guys for being like, oh yeah, the guy I was watching is kind of a tool. And this guy Matt and his nerdy math club audience are kind of cool. These guys are neat. So I'll probably stick around and hang out with these guys. So new folks, welcome. Love you guys. All right, prepped and ready to do anything. Upper DD band, bull long up to upper target is one of our best setups that we do have. I took the long, but I didn't go all the way. 1A setup is open at long, close, and next resistance, the upper green band. I have the handout here, which is what I was going to show you guys earlier. I pulled it out thinking we wouldn't see it, but hell, we saw it today. Longing to upper band is what I always, one of my favorite setups to do. Would have been nice to have been in all the contracts here, but I kind of fumbled at the start of the day and missed out on some of it, but I got a little bit out of it. I don't short outside of the band when the ratio in the upper left corner is greater than half. I also don't short off of the band. You can, but the probability is much lower if it's greater than half. So usually I sit out and I don't any shorting off the green band. It's a lower probability setup, but it is a resistance pivot when you get to it. You come here for the cool music, but no music today? There is music. So y'all can hear it. Yeah, there's music. VIX is going lower, but what if it doesn't bounce off the 1841? Disco, that's actually okay. If it doesn't, going lower is good. If it doesn't bounce off of it and breaks through, that's what you want to see for a bull market. But when it gets to it, volatility can come back in. So be very careful that we don't get to it and bounce. An example is this is testing that area. When VIX gets to here, wherever NASDAQ and S&P ends up being, there could be some selling. So normally on the long side on this particular day at the start of the month, I always exit my longs when we get there. I don't bet the VIX just continues to fall. half the time VIX can get here and then bounce and the market become very choppy and volatile to top out the market. So this could stop rallying and be the high if this bounces. So normally I treat this as like, okay, this is that one day where the VIX is testing, and be very careful. We might get like a big green candle here that maybe could be the top for a couple of weeks. So be careful, right? That's a good spot. We need to make sure we pay attention to VIX futures. Are we going to finally see me shorting the market today? Probably not, but it's maybe possible that I utilize this environment and possible volatility to pass some sim accounts, some eval accounts. Not my real accounts. No shorting. Remember, I follow my rules in my real accounts, but I need to brute force some of these sim accounts to get them passed as soon as possible. Yeah. Totally Rocket Man fan now. 100% of your attention is here. All their streams off your list. Oh, appreciate you guys. Have I already made a test drive with the car you have in mind? No, they don't have any to test drive. And I'm actually gonna, I was debating on even if I should get a new car. I love my current car a lot. It's more like a dream car situation. And the idea is do I even really want to buy a new car right now? Or do I want to invest in some businesses? And so that's kind of my thought. The new car I want to get will cost me $500,000. I don't know if I want to. I'm like, every time I want to pull the trigger, I always convince myself I'd rather spend that money investing in something. I'm so addicted to investing. It's crazy. I'm so addicted to growing money at this phase of my life. So they don't even have any to test drive. You have to custom order it and then they just deliver it to you. So it's like the dealerships don't even have any Vanquishes. The Aston Martin Vanquish car I always wanted, and they finally brought him back this year. You're an Aston guy? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, 100%. And I'll show you guys a picture of the one I saw. And this was somebody else's. It was somebody that custom ordered it and custom made it for themselves. And then they, when I went to go look at SUVs there with iDoc, because she was wanting to get an SUV, they had this one sitting there, and it was some other guys, but I always showed you guys earlier that bronze color. Oh, it's so sexy. Right there. I'm like, okay, I always wanted, like, I never wanted a bronze car, but this one I'm like, I think I want a bronze car now. Dude, how crazy would that be, right? Oh, that's hot. And the wheels, dude, like the bronze rims too. It's nice with the black stripe over the top. Dude, it's so the bronze, right? When I first saw it, I was like, wait, what? I like my eyes looked, I was like, whoa, what is that over there? I never thought I would like a brown car, right? It's nice. Yeah. So that's the one we were talking about. That's the dream car. I always wanted one. I was a big fan of like Pierce Brosnan's silver V12 that he used to have in like the Bonds from the 90s, the James Bond movies from the 90s. James Bond's car. It's such a pretty color, man. It's UPS, but faster delivery UPS, right? I know, and I saw it when I walked in. I saw it sitting there, and I was like, I didn't know you guys had Vanquishes for sale. And the owner, the owner was giving me a tour. He's like, yeah, no, I don't know where that came from. Unless it got delivered today. But he's like, no, we don't have any. You got to order them, and that's somebody else's. We're about to ship it to this whoever it is. And they were shipping it, so it got delivered to the dealership in Houston, but they were shipping it to Georgia, I think is what he said. So it was just being delivered to here. But that's the one. But IDOC and I have been talking about certain investments and things, like we're wanting to start some businesses and extra passive income generating things more than we're trying to like spend. We're already spending so much on the house. So do I need, oh, Stu, yeah, I need to respond to your email, dude. You're a silver gray? Yeah, like I like silver and gray myself. I like gray for sure. Okay, current car is a gray color. Yeah, the Aston is an adult car, right? Like that's what I like about Aston. It just feels, I mean, it's like, you know, British classy. It feels classier. It's a supercar. It's as fast as a fucking Lambo, but it looks like, to me, it looks more sophisticated and less, yeah, like less douchey, I guess. You nailed it. Forget cars, love women. There you go. That's old GoldenEye car. Yeah, there you, that's like old school, right? Starlink, your cousin's financial advisor. 38% for his clients. Wow, that's crazy. Who has the best direct to funded? Tradeify. An ETF is probably second best. Once I get to 50 years old, I can stop caring. Yeah, that's probably when I'll justify spending $500,000 on a car. All right, you guys. So very quickly, funded next. Let me talk about the sale. If you guys haven't scooped up some of these accounts, I will tell you. Any prop firm you're trading, it doesn't matter. Just about everybody here understands how good this deal is. We always grab some of them, even though I'm trading Tradeify, my funded futures, and funded next. So what they're doing now, and again, no prop firm does this, is they're removing their daily loss limit rule. And this firm has uncapped payouts. That's kind of what put them on the map. Uncapped payouts, no payout split, no monthly fee, no activation fee. You just buy the account and you either win something or you don't. It's super straightforward. And the fact is, it's an end of the day drawdown account with DLL, but they got rid of the DLL, which means you can scale it to infinity with no scalability issues that DLL brings. It's just maximum loss limit and you're done. While the sale is active, it's also 30% off. And when they did this last time, it was the biggest prop sale, at least from my perspective, we've ever had. It was so popular. Like everybody took part in it. And these accounts, to me, I always will participate in the sale because I know when I have what I call my triumvirate. Prop firms have 3 rules that they use to kind of squeeze you. And they're basically consistency, or they'll limit your growth or limit what you can take from them. There's consistency, there's DLL, and then there's payout cap. And so all 3 of these rules are designed to keep you from going to the casino and just making $1 million very quick and then taking $1 million out. The bottom one is pretty simple. No matter what the balance is, you can only take out a certain amount of it. My Tradeifys have $190,000, $188,000, $90,000 in it. I can't take it out except for on a schedule. Little bits here and there. There's a payout cap limits what you can take out. Consistency and DLL limit how fast you can grow the balance. So these 2 are designed to keep you from not blasting the balance to $1 million in one trade. This is to prevent you from taking $1 million out in one bite. And so every prop firm is going to have a mix and match of all these rules. Here's an example. Tradeify's growth has all 3 of the rules. Payout cap, DLL, and consistency, which is crazy. The reason people love my funded futures so much is they have no consistency and no DLL. Of the 3, no firm has not all 3 of them. Ever. A firm would bankrupt itself very quickly if it did. The next thing is that my funded futures expert, no consistency, no DLL. That's great, but there's still a payout cap. You can make a whole lot, but only take out a certain amount. Funded next, however, for the sale is trying to literally make a splash, and they're making a huge splash with it, is they don't have these two roles. You can now infinitely scale with the consistency is 40%, which is huge. You can infinitely scale with no DLL and a big fat consistency, and then you can take it all out in a single bite. So the combination of these two is what's making that deal so fantastic. Even if you don't like trading with them, that's the time I trade with them, is when they have the sale. And so otherwise, my funded futures is a better account. The expert is always a better account in general. But when they have a no DLL and no payout cap, it is like the too good to be true combination. And that's why you're seeing me brute force these to get them passed, because I'm going to turn these into my million challenge. If I can get one of them, at least with a buffer, I'm going to babysit that account live on stream and just show you growth in that one account and get there. So with the full 7, hopefully I pass all of them before the sale ends. I'll pass all of them eventually, but hopefully I pass all of them with the no DLL rules before the sale ends. And then I got 7 to play with, and hopefully 1 or 2 of them survive long enough to get big buffers in them. Can I integrate them with Tradeify? Yeah, you can. What's the DLL on straight to funded versus ETF straight to funded? Good question. Let's look it up. Off the top of my head, I don't know the DLL on ETF's 50K. Hold on. Let's look it up. What the heck? Oh, that's the wrong link. Somebody right here might know. Doesn't say on their website. This is why their website needs to be updated. ETF's website is their weakest point. It's like you go to the site and it doesn't tell you that answer. Like, what's the daily loss limit? It just says max drawdown. Maybe they don't have one. I don't know. Then you go here and it doesn't say. You guys might, whoever trade them might know. I'm in their live program, so I don't do their direct to funded program. It doesn't say anything about DLL. Daily loss limit on Tradeify for their 150K account is 37.50, which is roughly a little bit more than half of your total loss limit. So I don't. FundNext is no monthly fee. No fees at all. You pay for the account. It's a one and done. That's also what makes the sales so damn good. Is just buy the accounts and then that's it. Make a trade to keep them active. FundNext has no monthly fee, bearing bulls. No monthly fee. It's a one-time fee. And no activation fee when you pass. That's another great part of it also. Is it 2,500 trail? There is no daily, Brian is saying, on ETF. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. When the sale ends, the DLL will apply on live sim accounts. Right, it goes to your live. That's the thing is that if you have them during the sale and then you pass them, it's no DLL when you're funded. That's the best part. And again, like, a firm can't sustain with rules that are that good. It's just impossible. It's a marketing technique. They're trying to grab market share, which I get it, you know. But I'm gonna milk them dry. I'm gonna bankrupt that. I'm gonna fucking bankrupt these guys if I can. If they don't survive, that's their problem, not mine. Yeah, that's why people say, wow, like really, exactly. That's why I say I don't pitch prop sales all the time. I mean, I talk about props, but I never push something so hard. It's wow with capital letters. I know. People that have been trading props long enough know that it's too good to be true, which means they can't do it all the time, but they're competing pretty heavily. Let me tell you what I think happened. Funded ticks, right, is now a thing. Funded pips now created funded ticks. So that's their major competitor in the Forex space, now doing futures. Now that funded ticks is here, You know what I mean? Like now that funded ticks is here, that's why they're doing the sale, I think. You know what I'm saying? Let's be smart. We're all smart here. I think they're doing the sale to really steal market share from their competitor who just entered the picture in futures. That makes sense, right? Has anybody been paid with ETF? I have. I actually have been paid enough with ETF, and I have gone live with ETF, and I get daily payouts with them in their live account. So I personally have been paid with ETF. What happens if you fail the account? It just gets canceled, Jeremy. That's it. Yeah. You can buy a new one or reset it. But by the way, after the sale ends, you can't reset it and get the no DLL. So any account purchased or reset after the sale, they have the DLL back in. But right, so as Offer said, is it's really too good to be true. It's 100%, right? That's why I tell people, like, when the prop firms, everyone's like, my prop is good, my prop is good. I try to look for reasons these prop firms do this stuff and report to you guys what I think is awesome. And have I been paid with FundedX? I have. The first sale they had, I ended up grabbing about 10,000 payout, and I only put in a fraction of that. So it was definitely a net profit for me. He set a personal limit on Tradeify. I think you can. Trader can with Tradeify. Yeah. Ian had an ETF payment last week. Okay, cool. Am I shorting anything? Yeah, I am. I'm shorting right now in some of these FundedX accounts. Again, I'm not displaying it on the screen because it's just a terrible short, but I am brute forcing it to try to pass them. I shorted 5 accounts, 5 contracts right here in 4 accounts. And again, the intent is to just get them passed. The intent is not to trade them seriously like I would. I'm just brute forcing it, spending whatever it takes to get 7 of them passed. It's not a good short because DD ratio is greater than half, but I did enter short in 4 of the accounts. Full 5 contract max. It's rocket code, by the way, PW. Our code is rocket here. So when I'm brute forcing it, the idea is I'm going to pay, hit hard, pay, hit hard, pay, hit hard, and then try to get max profit on the first day in some of these accounts, which is about 2,000 something bucks per account. Yeah. And so right now, the really good sales out there that are worth touching are My Funded Futures is 50% off your first account with them. So you can get an expert at the price of a starter plus now, just with 1 account. So everybody, if you don't use My Funded Futures, expert is the best end of the day drawdown in the business when FundedX isn't having a sale. The FundedX sale makes their account slightly better than My Funded's for a hot minute. They're like neck and neck, but My Funded is traditionally always better because no DLL and no consistency is really what you want as a trader. To scale, who cares about payout cap? Most of you won't even get payouts in general. The payout cap isn't a thing to you, but the no payout cap, no DLL with Funded Next is something pros want, because prop firm trading kind of sucks when you make a lot of money as a real trader. It's kind of like, yeah, I can just work for like small payouts. Okay, it's fine. I like doing it for you guys. It's low risk to me, and you guys get to watch me do it. But man, I'm like, I wish I could just go in there and make millions of bucks and then take millions of bucks out, or make hundreds of thousands, like 100,000 out. Payout caps won't let you do it. So the no DLL, no payout cap is for people aspiring for bigger payouts. That's what you're looking for there. You want to do it so that you can get, comparable payouts to what you normally would see if you were trading your real account. And so for people like me, that's very appetizing. That's why I like the sale, these type of accounts. The no DLL is attached to the account or the sale time. It's attached to the account. So that account will always have no DLL until you bust it. And when you bust it, if you reset it, it will have DLL after the sale is over. If the sale is still active, but don't reset. You should definitely just buy it straight up, because the code gives you the discount every time you buy it. So if you bust it, buy it straight up. Don't reset it. Target for the short, just $2,000 of profit. That's it. 2,000 inch profit. So a retrace on the short, obviously just from here to top is about like the mid distance here. I'm looking for anything that overshoots this. I'll probably close out for profit. So most of these accounts right now are up about 1,500 bucks each. Again, shorting is a terrible idea from here. I don't ever do it, but not that it's a bad place to short from. Remember, any place with volume is a good place to do anything from. It's just not the highest probability short, but at least it's working for the time being. Now I'm just 5 contracts hitting them. Yeah. My target is just about maybe like 375, 370. If I get a big giant red candle through here, I'm just going to close everything out. Take whatever profit I can get. And so I'm in the phase of these are evals right now. And the goal with evals is I trade them differently than I would a funded account. Evals are just like you got to pass them. Whatever it costs to pass them is whatever it costs to pass them. So we're going to see if we can get out of these guys here. It's looking solid. But again, the market's very bullish today, so I don't know. But VIX is sort of hitting that key support level here, right? Getting close to it. So be careful on this triple B. Remember, I said this could be the top, temporarily be the top for the market if volatility picks back up. So we want to see VIX below here. Again, if VIX trails down further, we can get a nice little rally up, but just keep your eye out on VIX futures. If we stay really far above 1841, volatility is going to come back in the mix, which is the only reason I am like, okay, let me just take a short, because I am betting on some volatility and lack of liquidity. Remember, Friday was completely like dead market. It was liquid and wasn't crashing, but we don't have a liquidity test like we do today. Today's a very big question of, is the market liquid up here? And if the VIX bounces off 1841 and keeps going, it's going to answer the question for you very quickly that the market is not liquid from here, and it could cause some selling pressure. So. Look, even on the tick chart, look at this. Market is just sort of like slightly trading. Look how systematic this is right there. Now again, it's still not too bearish from here. This is a good bull entry for opportunistic longs here. Going back to futures, chart over here. S&P nice and strong and long off the top there. I'm just sort of drawing this distance here. All right, that's kind of the middle. Let me see how far we've gone. I use my little green box tool here just to measure the distance of travel very quickly. 87 to 23, so that's about 36 points, right? That's almost a 40-point move. And so if we break out of the 40-point range here, it can fall pretty good. This is the kind of impact level right here that created that first wave up. So we call these IRLs right here. This distance is a strong pivot. That would be technically, if I had to pull a target out, that would be the one I'd be looking for. 367. What do you guys think? Trading for Keeps says, thank you for how in depth I go explaining the advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, of course. Like, I'm always, you know, I made very sure when all these prop firms have reached out wanting to work with us that I made sure that none of them can buy my exclusivity. I think that that's, you know, right now, that's really hot and popular right now. Prop firms are buying influence, like with big salaries and stuff. and offering like you got to promote us 50% of the time or 60% of the time or whatever. There's a lot of people out there getting paid hefty paychecks to do that. I have negotiated two things when it comes to my prop involvement. Number one is most of them don't pay me anything. Instead, I ask for big amounts of giveaway accounts, which we'll do in just a second. My thing is I want to do giveaways for the community. That's what I ask for. They're like, we want to give you 30K a month to talk about our brand. I go, well, how about you give me 40 accounts to give away instead? So I convert it into giveaways for y'all. And number two is I refuse to be exclusive because I don't want to be in a corner where I'm promoting something that I don't think is good because I have to. I'm allowed to freely promote whoever I think is best at the time. So 0 people have me in their pocket pushing them exclusively. I refused and I got what I wanted. So for that being said, you guys can trust that when I'm telling you I think something's great, it's because I think something's great. 0 people are telling me that I have to promote them and not anyone else. So between all the ones I work with, I'm going to give you who I think is good at the time for whatever reason I think is good at the time. The only thing I get out is the affiliate sales, so that there's my financial incentive. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense for me to push something that's, you know, there's a lot of people out there pushing something now because they're getting paid to push only that. And whether it's a good deal or a bad deal, they're pushing it. For me, whoever's having a good deal, I make sure I'll highlight it to you guys. And we only work with 7 firms total, and it's the doors are closed. So if they're not on our list, then they won't be. I was very picky about who I chose. I wanted a good spread of products. I wanted some good, like one of every kind of product. Straight to funded, we got, you know, ETF, Tradeify. No DLL accounts. I'm sorry, straight to funded. Okay. End of the day drawdown accounts. My funded futures and funded next. Okay. Trailing drawdown accounts. We've got Apex. We've got Take Profit. And then, you know, futures desk is a static and ETF is a static. So now each type of account, we have firms that kind of have the best of each of those types, in my opinion. Doesn't mean all the firms out there aren't good if we're not working with them. We just don't want to work with everybody. And that's to keep things like quality. I know there's affiliates out there that got like 30, 40 account codes with 40 different firms. Power to that. But for me, it's like, I really want quality and the couple of options of each one. That's it. Matt isn't exclusive. That's right. Don't tell iDoc that though. Don't let her know. What's my bias? Definitely bullish bias out the door. I was longing out the door today. Bias is certainly bullish, but from here, the bias is volatility. Volatility, be careful that the VIX doesn't continue to go higher. The market is likely to become wider at the top. Now, there's like a 50% chance that this is the top for the month or the top for a while. The reasoning for that is that VIX is at a standstill. The question is 50% chance, in my opinion, that this could be the top for a while. And what we need to see that the market becomes non-volatile in this environment is we need to see the VIX back into decaying like it used to be. 50% chance this is the top and we sell off if VIX bounces on 1841 and does this. As long as this happens, the market has hit the top. The volatility will be there that the market's not liquid where it is. If VIX goes to here, then this becomes the bottom of the next wave. So on that being said, because it's such a crucial moment that sets the dynamic for the next month, from here, the idea was I was long to the top and then there's nothing else left to do. From here, my bias is still bullish even from here. And when VIX hits that line, I'm no longer bullish, but I'm not taking the trade here because we're at such a crossroads. Volatility can pick up. This can sell off pretty hard. Specifically, I should be trading from here to go higher. That's kind of what I should be doing. But I'm not going to today. Normally, I would jump in at any given time on any pullback in a bull market. But I want to see, I'd rather miss out on this last little leg up than to be long the moment VIX decides to test that out and then the rug falls out and market starts selling. So if people don't know how to play contango midpoint, it's one of the coolest things you'll ever learn in trading. For me, is that VIX is going to tell you a whole lot about that specific time of the month, or that time of the, or that part of the month. VIX has the S&P has a time of the month. Everybody, it kind of does. It'll be a little temperamental and crazy. Right here, kind of want to avoid. Tori would have done a giveaway by now. I watched Tori's crying video where she's like crying about how much she's lonely or whatever. What's up with that? Is this just like a sympathy grab for simping dudes or what? Like, and it didn't, I mean, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I've lived in my fair share of apartments, but it looked like she lived in an economy apartment. Was I wrong, or is she at her friend's house or something? I saw like, you know, construction grade entry level cabinetry and basic light fixtures. I'm like, this chick living in like a $2,000 apartment or something. Like, I thought she's a millionaire trader. I didn't see no, I don't know. Like I'm saying, that video, I was like, it reminds me of the apartments I lived in college. I don't know. I really don't even know. The icon fixer, yeah. Nothing personal to that chick, but I thought these millionaire traders all had mansions and stuff. Whatever. I know this because I've been remodeling my house. And I can now look at cabinets and know how rich you are. That's the truth of it. God, now I've tasted the goods, man. I could stare at the materials on your wall and tell you how much money you have to your name. Because I've been talking to contractors for the last 6 months. Now I know how much shit costs. When I try to get somebody to design a TV wall for me, which is like sconces and paneling and cabinetry, they're quoting me like 30 grand for a fucking wall in my living room. I'm just like, okay. Now I know if you got fuck you money, if your cabinets don't have really nice handles on them, you know what I mean? Oh, floors. You can tell everything about floors. Yeah, floors, cabinetry. Now I've been working with contractors, and now I know how expensive these things are. Yeah. And the shrubbery in your shrubbery. Every time I hear the word shrubbery, I always think of Monty Python. That's also a good sign of wealth, right? Nice cabinets. We want a shrubbery. A what? You will cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring. Shrubbery. Anywho, nothing personal, but like I said, yeah, they come out and quote my TV wall. These contractors are like, yeah, it's 30 to 50,000. I was like asking my friends, I'm like, is that normal? All I'm getting is some wood paneling, some custom lighting. They're building out from the wall with some custom cabinets, all hardwood, you know, really nice stuff. And they're like, wood's expensive these days. I'm like, that's like a whole bathroom remodel for like 30K. It's a kitchen remodel, 30, 50K. I'm like, these guys are gouging me. And then we got a couple of quotes. We finally settled with the contractors. We do it for about 12. So I'm like, okay, maybe these people, but we went with like the quotes we were getting were from these like Instagram type contractor do like rich people shit. So I get it. I'm like, okay, that's probably why they're expensive, because they can be. You know, you see like the Instagram reel like shows like the fancy everything that they do. And we were like, all right, let's call some of these people 30K for a TV wall. I don't know. I feel like even if that's, you know, worth it, I feel like that's such a horrible deal. So we found a guy, him and his brother and his dad used to work for a construction company, and they branched out, family business. They started their own thing. And the guy came out. He's been very relentless, like pursuing us for our business. He's young. He's very good. He's very smart. He has all the materials he brought out. We looked at it, and they're going to do it for like less than half what the other people quoted. And he did the 3D model of what he's going to do. And I'm like, okay, that's good. That's more appropriate. If I can get under 15K for that, then okay. We're building like a movie theater wall with our TV behind it. So we just this giant house with like giant tall white walls, white everywhere. And so we want to kind of fill it in and make it personalized a little bit. Blank walls, it's a blank slate. You're getting waxed with 38. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, there's no way. But you know, whenever you watch Instagram, right? And the reels pop up and they always show like these beautiful custom design, this and that. And the Instagram people always will have, you know, you're basically paying artist fees. Well, you know, we're just popular and we charge that much because we're like artisans of our craft. You can find any good contractor like this company we found them on Thumbtack actually. And everybody was talking about him was like, yeah, these guys are new, but they're fucking awesome. Like they know their shit. And the dad like mentored his sons and how to run the business. And his sons just took off with it. And guy's probably like in his late 20s, early 30s. But when I was telling him everything I wanted, he just got it. He understood. He could see the vision. He's like, oh, how about this? How about this? How about this? And he like knew what I needed to get done. And I was like, okay. The other guys that came out were like, oh yeah, this is the price. And you know, it is what it is. And they didn't seem eager. They seemed spoiled. And I get it. They're, you know, famous Instagram design firm. And, but they will probably charge a high dollar because they can. But at least I got it under 15K, which is good. 30K for a kitchen isn't bad. Right? I'm like 30 to 50K for a wall with lighting. Yeah. No, I'm getting ripped off. Or I'm paying like premium fees, right? Okay, good. My shorts are taken off. Let's go. Okay. That's at 2,000. Perfect. Okay, one more. Perfect. And again, don't be like, I saw Matt shorting. Okay, this isn't Matt trying to short. This is Matt just brute forcing these fucking accounts. Okay, just on the next red, I'm going to take profit and I'm going to take profit there. All right, 4 of the accounts are now up. 3 of them haven't been touched. The same as this morning. Good deal. All right, remember, I'm trying to brute force and pass these things as fast as possible. I close everything out just to take that scalp. And now my P&L is the same except for 4 of the accounts now have 2,000 bucks in them. The ones I was shorting. And I just closed out the short, which is good. But again, it's not a smart trade to take a short off of that, but that's good. That's good. But the short's not, well, I can't because I can't get a DOM in a tiny little window like this because they're in the desktop. I mean, the web version of Tradeify. See, on the desktop version, I can pop out as many DOMs as I want and then make a nice little DOM for the corner here. But those are just the web page, just like a full screen web page. And so I can't like pop a DOM out and put it on the screen. I can't shrink it down to that, if that makes any sense. But again, like they're not even trades worth showing. That's why I told you guys, I'm like, I'm not even going to show it because it's not even worth, it's not even worth it because it's not a good short. It's a low probability short, but I mean, I think the low probability paid off today. I'm paid to keep you parallel. I'm taking off my shorts. I did say I'm taking off my shorts. So this is where the stream gets a little, you know, R-rated for a moment. Matt is short. No, stop saying that. Matt is not shorting this bull market. If you say that, I'm going to kill you. This doesn't even count. I still want to be able to say I've only pushed the short button 1 time in 3 months. Technically, I pushed the short button today. So that's 2 times, but this doesn't count. I'm not shorting the bull market. I'm doing the stupid trade that I don't care if I bust because I'll just rebuy the accounts. So these accounts, I got to get past within the sale window of Fund and Next, which is good. If they are to blow up, I'll just rebuy them and start over. All the accounts are on their journey to 6,000 profit target. And all of them are up at least 2,000 bucks now of profit, which is good. Again, I got to get these passed before the end of the damn sale. You met Matt. He's like 6'10". Yeah, if I crouch. Just kidding. When I say I'm taking off my shorts is when you tab back over. Oh, Tyler, stop. That's when it gets saucy over here. Might have a little bit more, but you're waiting for your long setup soon. Yeah, Michael. So this is going to be what I'm thinking too. Like this is a possible decent long setup from here. Again, just on the retrace, and I have no scare that the VIX is going up from here. 100%. VIX is actually in decay, which is good. This might be a good long entry point, actually, to be honest. Just for fun. On this impact line right here, could be supporting for a move. And actually, S&P is starting to try to break out the highs as well. We can try this one. I know this is a bad idea. Well, not a bad idea. It's not the greatest idea. Man, I hate trading on Triple B Interact days. It's just like my least, it's such a coin flip here. When VIX decays into there, we can get a continual rally with some momentum, or VIX can just bounce and the market can die very fast. And so because that can happen, the last thing I'm going to do is be exposed until we get through and test that. Once we get through this level and test that, the rest of the trading month, which is like till the next third Wednesday of August, could be nice and clean. Let me demonstrate what I'm talking about, you guys. And again, this is very important to a trading strategy, is understanding how the VIX plays out and also the timing of the VIX. There's times of the month that VIX are important, and that's not. The third Wednesday of the month is the most important month of understanding the volatility structure you got. Here's last month with the same level. VIX played around here, and then the minute we lost it and started trending lower, do you guys see the difference between VIX above the white dashed line and below? Here's an example. Above, just let me make a white thing so you guys can see this. Above, you see how the VIX itself is choppy, which means the S&P's range gets exponentially wider. When the VIX is choppy, the S&P is exponentially choppy, okay? VIX itself is sensitive to news. The S&P is going to nosedive on news in areas like this. But when you're safely below this line, do you guys see how the VIX just doesn't even care about the news? Big news days, Fed day, Trump tweet, whatever. See how it just shrugs off the news like it's nothing. That's kind of the environment you want to be in. Above here, the VIX itself can be choppy. So because if the VIX were to bounce here and kind of hold right there, the nice little clean S&P rally that we had today could do this and have a big sell-off day just on response to volatility, because there's no liquidity at the top. And if we've accurately priced in a higher VIX with this contango, then the market can start to take off with some VIX hedging. And you'll see this happen a lot. The previous month is exactly the same thing. We had this level right here. And you guys see that once VIX popped above it, see how the volatility went way overboard. Trump tweets, it got a little crazier. You can compare 1 month to the next and see a very clear difference, right? Previous 2 months, come on, drawing tool. Okay. Previous 2 months, you can see all up in here. Look how choppy the VIX is, right? And we all know what May was like. May was kind of choppy, right? Choppier. And then, of course, this little portion of the month was really choppy. You get below here, it's nice and clean and tidy. This is what you want to see trading. And just like April was also nice and clean and tidy. You can see the big difference, right? Once April cleared its midpoint and tested and rejected, see how the VIX, again, nice and tidy, nice and tidy, nice and tidy. That's when the S&P and the NASDAQ just trickle straight up without even really pulling back at all. Those are the ideal months you want, and part of our greater market philosophy is that's the actual perfect setup that you want. April, right? This is like after the volatility died out. Look how April was just nice and clean, nice and clean, nice and clean, up, 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 very little chop. The beginning of May, a little bit of chop, right? We had that, and then once VIX cleaned itself for May, we kept rallying with very little chop. And June was nice and clean. Beautiful month for June. Now July, leading to August contract, is the question. If VIX clears that triple B and market becomes liquid here, we're breaking out the highs, and the question is, are we liquid? If VIX drops to below 1841, we're very liquid. This becomes a new low for the next breakout rally. It goes higher and higher and higher. If the market is not liquid, then we get a pop and drop. If VIX bounces off 1841, we get this kind of move here that sort of like does this and this and this, and then it does this, and then it starts to have your wave down that you normally see, before the next wave up. So the question, the question becomes, as you see the volatility is expanding, we're kind of megaphoning and we're just now breaking out of that. The question becomes, are the next 2 weeks going to be selling, or is the breakout rally from here? And so what I normally do is I usually sit out like I'm doing right now and I wait for the VIX to confirm that level. We have our VIX class, which I think is actually today in the boot camp. We're going to talk about this all day today. 1841 contango midpoint. When VIX hits that, it drops below, we're good for the next 3 weeks. VIX hit this and bounce, we can have 2 to 3 weeks of selling. Just on the lack of liquidity. So just be careful. Doesn't mean we will sell, but lack of liquidity means if there is any selling, there's not really a bid to catch it. So you're kind of gambling on, do you think people are going to sell or not? It doesn't guarantee they will sell, but giveaway time. Oh, start the giveaway. Shit, I totally forgot to do the giveaway earlier. All right, let's do it. Hold up. Let me see what I got to give away. Hold on one second. All right. Let me talk to my dude really quick. Hold on, let me talk to my guy here. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I just messaged you about that. All right. All right, so for today, okay. I'm gonna give away 2. Let me get my little drawing tool here. I'm gonna tell you what it is yet. Today is going to be a different drawing because we need to get rid of some of these. We've been sitting on them for a while, so let's bless the community with these awesome accounts. Tradeify today. I'd like to give away 2 growth accounts with Tradeify. Now again, Tradeify is in the top, I'd say, top 3 prop firms right now. Tradeify is awesome. Type Tradeify in chat to enter. Tradeify has a very awesome program in general for straight to funded. It's the best straight to funded in the business. They also have a trailing drawdown account. They also have a growth account. Obviously, use code Rocket Scooter, get you 30% off all the time. And then when they had their last deal, they got 50% off one account. So Tradeify has been very good to our community and giving us a lot of really good stuff to give away. These are growth accounts. Growth account is their end of the day drawdown. About to sneeze. Woo! It's their end of the day drawdown account, which is really good. It's a balanced account. It's, I would say, as far as like accounts in general that goes end of the day drawdown, it's a consistent account to try. It doesn't have all like the, you know, the funded next, you know, no DLL and infinite payout. It doesn't have the my funded futures, no DLL, no consistency. Growth is like a well-rounded end of the day drawdown account. It's certainly in the top 5 out there of accounts. It'll make sure that you use really good rules when you trade. It's end of the day drawdown with a 35% consistency rule, also with a moderate daily loss limit. So it's a good account to get started in with Tradeify. obviously though, but their straight to funded account is really like the best account out there. So these are growth accounts. They're really great. They're worth trading. You'll learn basically the prop space if you never used them before. They're really, really good. All right. Appreciate all you guys hitting that. Let me go ahead and type this in Twitter here. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. All right. So we'll give away 2 of those accounts today. Now the question is, do I want to just take the long anyways? Maybe in one of my Tradeify, but man, I'm just so like, it is holding pretty well. I just pop it with like one, let me do like one NASDAQ contract in one account here. Let me just do one just to have a trade. All right, I'm going to jump in on this one. Just one account. This is one that's not made anything yet. I'm going to take one. Now maybe I can like just one contract from here. This is a basically a 1-to-1 setup. Either we tap the bands or we die out. Either case, I'm willing to just take a bet here. The fact that we are holding with some kind of volume and VIX is pulling back just a little bit. We're not getting any bounce just yet. And this will be the final little squeeze to finish off the day. Again, this is not really like an A+ setup. This is just as we're supporting this area. If it falls, if it holds, I'll add one more and one. I'll set 2 with the stop at 340. Which puts me down about maybe 800 points of loss, $800 of loss if I lose, which is fine. And just one account, that's it, just one. And that's basically it. It's a bet that we tap the upper band because we didn't get close to it yet. So we'll see if we get it. And I don't know, do I want to be ballsy and maybe grab it in 2 accounts? Just because I'm still a bull in this market? Like, I mean, maybe. All right. If I get a red candle, I'll jump in on a second account. How about that? Yeah, so this fund and next is going to be such a great, like the idea that they have, you can now get 700,000 instead of 3, makes it even easier. This was a dumb idea of theirs. I don't know how they're going to survive this because last time you can only get 300,000 worth of accounts. And so if you blew up the handful that you bought, you blew up. But dude, with like 7 accounts sitting here, it's like almost inevitable that one of them starts getting 6+ figure payouts. I mean, obviously anything can happen. I could bust them all, who knows? But I don't trade them all together. It would be the most unlucky of the unlucky for me to bust all of them, trading them one. As soon as they're all passed, guys, I'm going to trade them one at a time. That's it. I'm not going to trade all 7 on stream at the same time, the same trade. Oh, you like my haircut? Thank you. I just got a new haircut on a Friday. I feel like super good now. My part's clean again. Love when I get my good fade going on. Brian said he asked him for the reserves. Yeah, Brian did. Brian was pushing for it. Yeah. So now you can get 700K total after you have 300 funded. So now there's all these big reserves because this is huge. And the idea is that now with 7 accounts, the odds are even better that I get $1 million payout because I'm not trading them all at once. All I need is one account to get like $10,000 of buffer. And that's an account I can scale pretty quickly with 1 or 2 contracts. I have to be very unlucky to blow up an account. Like with Tradeify, once these accounts get 10K buffer, they don't die because I don't trade that big. I have to be very unlucky for 1 or 2 contracts to bust an account, which is rare. Like this is never enough for a risk interval drop. You guys been through the boot camp, you know what that means. To nuke the account. So yeah. The idea is that with 7 of them passed and then 3 of them live and then I get 3 more passed, I've got 10 accounts with no DLL. All I need is a 10K buffer in one of those accounts and I will scale that account for fucking show on this stream and I will show you guys. Make or break, either A, we get to $1 million or B, I lose it all. With 5 contracts to trade with, dude, you can scale that crazily. 5 contracts, huge. The scaling plan is good on that. You can hit it hard right out the door. But 5 contracts is like what you should be trading with $100,000 of profit. So if I get to $100,000 of profit, 5 contracts is easily 20K a day up or down. So you can scale pretty quickly on that with 5. Bootcamp was golden. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. What's the exact price of the upper DD band? It is going to be 434. Yeah. The max amount of minis per 50K count is 3. Right. That's why I'm going with the 100Ks so I can get more to play with. Yeah, you nailed it. Like I said, they don't do this sale that often. This is the second time this year they've done it. And I'm just excited when they do it. You guys love it. Y'all buy a lot of these. But it's fun, right? It's a fun little gamble to take. It's like, oh, this is maybe I've been practicing trading. I've gotten pretty good. I think I'll take a stab at something big. And it's like, okay, it's just like a fun novelty. Like, let me try for my big fat payout to show off. And whether I get it or I don't, that's the goal of this. To scale, if I can just make one of those 10 accounts survive, that's good. A 10% success rate, that's what I'm looking for. They gave me 10. I think they shot themselves in the foot. Giving Matt Cowart 10 accounts to trade with. That's bad news for them. 3 was hard. 3 was hard. My 3 accounts didn't make it. They got payouts, but they all 3 didn't make it till the end. It's 3. Once I got a payout and some of the accounts go back to the starting point, it's very easy to hit your DLL and lose. So I just had 3. Now I'm gonna have 10. Ooh, baby. But we don't gamble, baby. We trade. You're right. VIX still dropping. Push in Q. Yeah, hopefully so. I got 1 contract. Should be good. But yeah, 50Ks. I mean, the fact that you can get like 14 of those now is crazy. The VIX is sort of bouncing here a little bit. Do I want to try one more time? One more account. There's no news today. It's actually like a quiet news week in general. All right, I'm going to add 1 more account to the mix. And I'm actually going to get 2 contracts in that account on the next dip I get. Next red candle, I'm going to grab 2. So 1 in 1 account, 2 in another account, total 3 accounts. They're both of these accounts that are at 0 right now. So these are 2 accounts that haven't made anything yet. I'm going to try to put something in them at least today. Like I said, because it's on the edge, I'm not trading all 5. I'm just inching forward with a couple. All right, Tradeify, you guys ready for this? Are Are you ready for this? Two Tradeify growth accounts today. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna try to see if I can't get funded next to give me like 10 more to give away, just to kind of like bless you guys. Something cool. You know the drill. Type Tradeify in chat. All right, this is for 2 growth accounts. Growth accounts an awesome program. We love Tradeify. Support the bull zone. Everything rocket scooter. Rocket scooter. Brr. 2 growth accounts. Rocket scooter. System in the world. Where's my money go? No, it's all the way over there. Hold on. Oh, the queen. My money gun was all the way over there. Type something in the chat, buddy. You're the first winner. Woo! This is like the okay. You're the first winner. Congrats. Hold on. Yo, I'm so rich. Look what I got. I can afford $18 worth of fake $100 bills. That's real money right there. That's real fake money right there. That's the most authentic fake money you can buy. By the way, we have a couple contests going on. I have to talk about these. Next winner, the MFFUFX. Wait, where's the rest of that money? Pickle comes through and like eats these bills. He just goes in there and goes to town on them. They're all mangled and beat up. You're at you too. So here's how you claim your prize, winners. You need to go to your Discord. Sorry, go to my Discord. Link is in the description below. You need to have an account with Tradeify. You need to message our admin Slacks in our Discord. Go to the contest channel. He will be able to find you there if you are hold on. Send him a message, take a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside your account, open it up, take a picture of it so we know that it's you, then message him that. He'll hook you up with your accounts. You guys have 2 Tradeify growth accounts to play with. Tradeify is great, and make sure you guys use code Rocket Scooter with all our prop firm partners here. The more you guys use our code, the more accounts we give away. You know, when we started doing these giveaways, it was like such a small thing. We used to get 3 accounts a month to give away. With ETF, that's where we started. 3 accounts, that's it. Now we give away 150 on this stream, and a total of 500 to 1,000 on My Funded TV and my hour segment there. So between my stream and My Funded TV, we do more giveaways than any 10 influencers put together. It's crazy. It's crazy how big this has gotten. We give away 20 to 50 accounts a day on my hour segment at My Funded. And the more you guys use our accounts, like I said, in the prop space, the influencers go out there and try to get big fat salaries for themselves. My goal is I always tell them I want giveaway accounts. That's my thing. That's the thing I do. That's the thing my community loves. They want to try out your product. yeah, I'm sure I can go out there and ask for $100,000 a month to rep your brand, but you know, I'm already very wealthy. I don't care about this as much as other people do. I care about building a brand that's strong, community that's strong. And so my ask when people come to me is I go, how much free shit are you giving me to give away? What am I gonna do with a $100,000 a month salary? Buy a fucking supercar every other month? I don't care about that. My garage only holds 2 cars. Good job, guys. Congrats to the 2 winners. You know what I'm saying? My Fun and Future system needs to be less of a fast finger, but more of a draw. Well, this is the thing, Leo. There's no solution, and we need to figure something out. There's no solution because YouTube sucks. YouTube doesn't have tools for us to engage with the community that well. It'd be nice if I can just say, and actually, this is what I'm going to tell them. I'm going to actually tell them to do this. Like, if everybody types something in chat, you can grab this list of people by grabbing the source code. I'm going to get somebody here to write an ad. And you know what? If any of my programmers here, if you want to do this to help me out on my MyFunded show, could you write, let me see. Now I need a trusted person though. Don't be writing no hacker stuff. I need a person to write me a browser plugin, an add-in that just basically will be able to work with Botrix to grab this list and then randomly draw 50 names from that list. All I can do is type something in chat. That's what we need to do. I can trust you. No, you're like the least person I can trust, Pat. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that's the way to do it. Is to use Botrix or something that reads the YouTube chat and interacts with the chat. Like you basically need a bot, but see, instead of writing a bot that reads chat like a Botrix, you can read a bot that reads Botrix, which already is done. So instead, the bot's goal would be just to grab anybody that types in My Funded Futures in chat and then randomly draw 20 names. Because like right now, I can rip this list of entries and throw it in ChatGTP and have it just I go to the console and grab all this information and then have it randomly draw from that list. Super easy script. Botrix stole my credit card. LOL. Yeah, right. That's the next thing. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't want another slightly fatter Matt messaging me. Did you win? No, you didn't win. Sorry. Chat GTP. GPT. Am I saying it? Am I doing it GTP again? GPT. I keep saying GTP because my car in college was a GPT. I'm so dyslexic sometimes. GPT. Chat GTR. That actually kind of dope. GPT, GTP, GPT. It's worse when I try. Imagine what my life is like. I wake up every day and I say this, right? Funded futures, my funded futures, futures family. Wait, what? It's like all these futures, funded next. Funded next, my funded futures. How about this? Tradeify, TradingView, Tradeivate. Dude, it's like I get so tongue twisted saying these words all day long. I don't know. A Chat GTR would be a pretty dope car though. I'd buy one. Yeah, you on my screen. Elite trader funding, my funded futures funded next. Tradeify, take profit trader, TradingView, Tradeivate. Apex, that's the one that's easy to say. When is boot camp? Boot camp is going on now. We finish up this week. And we're going to start our new boot camp up I believe the second week of August. How the auto conversion's looking? Pretty swell, actually. We got another, let me actually go to my Go to my dev channel here. Price takes. See, yeah, we're talking about some of it right now. Okay, hold on. For the conversion, you will use current. For the real-time conversion of equities. The overnight's turning out doing very well. Right now we're working on, and the conversions are going very well. Like right now we're working on getting the overnights to you guys first with all the auxiliary parts to that, and then the conversions are coming right after that. So it's looking really good. GPT in French is cat I farted. Oh, really? Is that real? Are you sure? Do I show the trade when you take it? Yeah, so on my screen, right? Can you guys can't see it? I don't know if it's just like too small for people to see, but if you look over here, this is my P&L for the day, and then this is me actively in a trade over here. Maybe it's just too small. It's kind of the crappy part about trading streams, I guess. It's really hard to see. Maybe because we're redesigning the stream layout. This is kind of the new project to make the stream layout a little more effective use of space. Well, that project starts like next month. We hired a guy to do this, and hopefully the information will be much easier to see, maybe bigger zoom in on the windows and stuff. Smallest P&L display ever. Like I get very little space. The most important part is this over here, the showcase what I'm doing so you guys can see the numbers. And then I kind of blocked over, you know, the top banner for the partners and the banner above my head for the partner. And then I get essentially this area and this area to showcase trading. That's me designing it. I'm in like no way an artist. So I'm sure the guy we hired will make a much better use of space. Everything is too small to see, a huge P&L. Unless you're legally blind, you can see. Okay. I think it's too small for most people to recognize. Yeah, I wish I can make this like bigger. I don't know if there are accessibility options in Tradeify to make this like big text just in general. Yeah, it kind of sucks, right? Yeah, because it's like you guys might be watching on your phone. It's like a tiny little screen. Oh yeah, like on my phone. Let me see if I can even, like I can kind of see it, right? If I zoom in, I can see it. Yeah, this is like the limitation of a trading stream. You have very little space to get all the information out there. Can I increase the font size? Not in Tradeify, I don't think you can. Huge P&L though. Well, gotta whip it out. Show that P&L. We don't need to see me. I'll only put the camera on when IDOT comes in. Oh, that's hilarious. True. What most people want is a marker on the chart where you get in and get out of a trade. Well, my charts aren't connected to my trading platform, unfortunately. That would be helpful, though. Maybe I can mark the chart. Like inside of Rocket Scooter, I can't trade prop accounts in it. It's just for a real account. So and here it's not connected to this, unfortunately. So what I did was I longed here. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to exit right here. That would be nice though, huh? But Tradeify doesn't allow third-party connections to all these like prop accounts, so I can't log in to them in my CQG or anything. That's what she said. Conversation hilarious. Yeah, Elias, you're right. I would love that too. That'd be great. Is this the only complaint? No, it's actually, I'm complaining with you guys. I hate it too. I would like to figure out, and again, when we have a redesign, we hired an artist to come through here and do this. The artist is going to make the stream more visually appealing and easier to see and more ergonomic for you guys. And I know I can create like a scene where I actually zoom into this window and make it bigger in my encoder to make it bigger for you guys. So is all, oh wait, somebody says, is that all prop demo green? So this is a live futures account with My Funded Futures. This is a live real money account. These are straight to funded Tradeify accounts. These are all funded. And these are the brand new Funded Next sale accounts that currently right now are eval. So just to answer your question. So these are eval that I just started on Friday to try to get these guys to funded. So normally I'm trading just funded accounts, pay accounts. Currently, since I started with the new Funded Next sale with these too good to be true, no DLL, infinite payout accounts, they're at the eval stage. So I'm trying to get these guys past 6,000 target total for these. Yeah. So Elias says that that's super helpful to understand. I 100% agree. Like, it's my biggest complaint too. I would love to tie Rocket Scooter into my prop account, and then I can just do my trades all in here and it would show them on the chart. So because Tradeify has closed the door to third-party developers, I can't connect to them as a developer of a platform. So unfortunately, I can't, since I built this trading platform, by the way, if you guys are just tuning in new to the stream, I'm the CEO of this actual company. Roxy is a whole trading platform. And so we built that. And as a developer, I mean, I've been begging Tradeify to open their doors for a long time, but when they merged with Ninja, they closed them. So I'd love to be able to connect this to that. Until then, we're kind of locked out. So I have to put my own version of Tradeify up here to trade my Tradeify accounts. I've got my Rocket Scooter off to the side, not connected. Project X, I know we've been discussing that with our dev team, and I am staffing up this great big growth. By the way, this growth explosion we've had, you know, Rocket Scooter's revenue is like 4x what it was 3 months ago. So with that being said, with all the support we've got from the community and growth in the business, I'm going to be staffing up and we're going to be building stuff fast. Instead of our small team we've had building stuff. I mean, I bootstrapped this company. I mean, that's another thing I take pride in. I mean, I built a trading platform with my own trading profits, my own money, which was crazy. And we basically built as fast as we grew. And now we're exploding in popularity. And now I'm going to hire people to build a lot of stuff faster. So Project X was one thing we did talk about. Integration with Project X, yeah. If I hire more tech support, probably, yeah. That's kind of the next push. Tech support, customer service support. We're going to be installing an AI tech support module. Yeah, it would be nice to have Project X integration. Well, that will limit what prop firms, but still, at least it's a start. Being able to trade your top step inside of our platform would be kind of nice. But what we want to do is, because Project X built their platform on top of a TradingView white label, just like we did. I might go build my own DOM from scratch and other features from scratch, like Project X did, just to have more customization. You want a new job and you're in Texas? Wait, where in Texas are you from, by the way? And what kind of job do you want? What are you good at? What do you like to do? Don't offshore the jobs? Make America great again? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. My programmers are a mix from different places. So we do a mix of everything. Part of our core project team is an independent programming house here in the States in Wisconsin. Our head of UX development, he's in the UK. And then our overall head of development is in India. So we have people all globally. We make all countries great from here. But for me, it's about talent. We've always spent a premium for talented programmers, for sure. I won't hire you because I know you're lazy and you spend 8 hours watching my stream. That's what somebody said. When's the price going up? Rocket Scooter tariffs. We're not raising our prices. So that's been kind of good, right? If you're looking for engineers, where do you apply? I think when we start hiring for these new projects we're going to do, I think we're going to hire maybe like 10 engineers. Give or take. No, the staffing choice is going to be made by my head of development. He's going to tell me how many people we need. And most of it is core platform work. And we're going to need a mix of talent. We're going to need a lot of programmers under his direct leadership in India. And then we're going to need people over here in the US to hand off. So it's 24 hours. We should design and sell plugins in Quant Tower and NinjaTrader. We could, yeah, that's the thing we can do. I talked to Tradeify Matt to ask him if we can pilot that kind of thing in Tradester, like as our first foray into turning Rocket Scooter into an external, a plugin that connects to an external platform. And Matt was kind of open to the idea, so we'll see if that ever comes to fruition when they get launched out. I told him, I was like, you know, get Tradester off the ground. I'll put an app inside of that with Rocket Scooter as an add-on to Tradester. I went and met him in Austin and talked to him about it. And he was open to the idea. He's like, yeah, we'll talk about that when the time comes. So it's a maybe. It's kind of cool. I was like, you know, you guys be the first people we do it with, you know, set Tradester apart, you know, give people even another reason to try it out. So we'll see. Imagine written in Python or Java mostly. The answer to that is yes for both. Our backend, our server calcs are all done in Python. Yeah. Wait, I'm famous. Your mom called you and said someone she met today said they recognize me from YouTube. When they showed you a pic, when she showed them a pic of us. Oh no. Oh no. Dang it. You're an expert developer? Really? Okay. COBOL. All right, on this dip, I'm going to jump in one more of these Fund and X accounts and add to it. So now I'm long in 3 accounts. Um, so now I'm logging in one of these accounts here. On these two right here. Just two. And just one contract, nothing big. So this is all about like splitting risk up and not taking too much risk in one account all at one time. I'm just kind of gently moving into it. No real immediate positions right now. So as soon as we finish up the conversion project and the overnight dynamic project, then we're going to have a big team meeting about our yearly scope for the next phase. And then we're going to talk about our 3-year plan. And then we're going to staff up for a 3-year, 10-year minimum. And we need to divide the labor up. So the idea is we have to figure out what we need to make and build, and then we need to divide up who does it, when and where, and line up our projects in a way that makes sense. So that we basically hire developers that aren't sitting there with nothing to do, or we have project inefficiency where there's like crazy overlap and people are bumping heads because things are organized poorly. So we need to figure out, I'm just guessing 10 because I know what I want, but it could be we only need 6. It could be we need 20. It's going to be impossible. I'm not the best at gauging that. What we do is we line up what our project needs are. And then from there, we figure out how many we need of each competency, junior, senior, etc. And when we staffed up before, you know, when I was like a green CEO in the tech business, I was new to running a, you know, a dev company. I had to learn very hard, like the hard way, that I'm not really good at this at gauging, because I'm not I can program for sure, but I'm not like, you know, a complete like master of programming. You know, these guys that work for us are. So I can't gauge timing on this kind of stuff that easily. So managing projects in the programming world is very hard for me because I don't have experience like they do in dev work. So I lean on them to tell me what the expectations are. But from the experiences I've gotten better at this, I know that we're going to need, I think, 10 to 20 people. With our recent explosion we've had in growth, I mean, it's so crazy, dude. Bootstrapping this company has been so fun. Like, I've done this lean startup model that I could write a book on. It was like, you know, I had a big chunk of cash to my name, and then I just built the platform, and the cash was draining and the platform was growing and sales were at 0. We weren't making anything out of it. The cash was draining and cash was draining and cash was draining. Then finally we turn on the water hose and we make a little bit of money, and then we build something big, and then we do a little bit better. We build something big and we do a little bit better. And we build something big and we do a little bit better. And then we almost run out of money. And then disaster happens. 10 things happen. And then we run out of money. And I'm throwing more money in and throwing more money in and throwing more money in. And all of a sudden we're slightly growing, slightly growing, slightly growing. And now we're like this. And now we're like this. So now it's like we've got fat stack of money, big growth, and now we're going to reinvest back to the platform. So starting up and bootstrapping was so much fun and so stressful because, I mean, this thing was costing millions of dollars of cold, hard, Matt Cowart cash. And then in the middle of building the platform, I built a second company, Marketplace, with the rest of it. Oh, it was fun. And the way that we navigated was kind of nice. And there was a time in the middle when we almost lost it because it was like, well, you know, expenses are high, and we took some gambles on the marketplace side and the white labeling side of the business that didn't pay out. So those are very costly, but they would have been very good returns had we started. And we decided to stick to our strengths, which is just to the things we're already building. Yeah, it was a cool journey. Now I would just have to keep funneling money into the company. We would have never like lost Rocket Scooter, but yeah, it's crazy bootstrapping a tech company. Here we go. Red line. What's up, Tyler? What's up, dude? I was referring to we, not I. That's right. I am just the person driving the car. I'm like the least I'm the least competent of this dev team by a long shot. They're as much of the company as I am. I'm just the guy driving the car. But they're telling me where to go. What's the red line? It's called an impact illiquidity pivot. So with the red line, and actually let me use this to let me use this to take a stab at this here. This is a pivot that I am looking to, and I hope this isn't like the VIX holds here. I'll take one more stab at this. And I'll also take one more stab at this at in another account in Tradeify. Okay. So I added one contract here, and I added one extra here. And let me take this time to add one more. And my funded nexts. Okay. So now on this dip, I'm starting to add across the board in some of these accounts that haven't made trades yet. And I'm going to stop right at 350. The R&R on this is pretty good. It's about a 1.5 to 1 trade. I get 60 points on a 40 stop. I might even make it a 30 stop just to get out quick. Right at about 50, I'm going to X out of this. I'll hold long at the 67 level. Exit target, upper DD band. There's no other long setup from here. I'm betting that the red line still holds and doesn't touch, which I want to see. So fingers are crossed here. Dude, where's the time fly? It's already 11? Shoot. How many people here have picked up the Fund and Next deals? And how many accounts did you get? I'm just curious. You got 4? Okay, cool. I'm in it with the full 7, so just FYI if you guys are asking what I did. 7? You guys all at 7? Okay. 2 and 2. Okay, cool. Yeah, good luck with you guys. Good luck to y'all on that sale. Oh. App, Tradeify's dashboard, everything's all different there. I don't know what they were trying to change with the look of the dashboard. I thought Tradeify's dashboard was beautiful the way that it was, but I guess they felt the need to revamp the visuals. I didn't think it was necessary. I thought Tradeify was a very modern looking dashboard. I thought it looked really nice, but maybe they thought different. Like anything, any new design always takes getting used to. Not like I hate the new design. It's similar. Looks similar. The color scheme is different. It's dark mode. It kind of looks similar. Guess who's requesting MFFU payout today and adding 3 more Fund and Nexts? Oscar. Bro, congrats, man. Congrats. Apex needs to upgrade theirs. Yeah, Apex is yeah, Apex is just not friendly at all. I was never a big fan of Apex's dashboard. I think I kind of sucked. Okay, so this, what I wanted to see hold, this is actually not looking good. Again, I'm still going to hold on to this, but I did want to see a little bit more proof of liquid market, which means that we need to get back up in line with this very quickly. Making sure that VIX is not taken off here. I want to see that the market stays stable and liquid along this line. Here's the selling point to test this upward move. As long as we don't start getting wider and wider, it should hold. So I want to see this at least zap back up to here quickly. If it doesn't, it might be a loss. So I don't want to see this. I want to see this right here, about that 410 level reclaimed. We want, if we get back to the 410, we're going the whole way. I want this. Non-volatile, right? We don't want to see that VIX moving up. And again, if this is the start of the reversal, then this is the start of the reversal. That's why I'm only splitting my risk up, not taking it in like every account, just a little bit little by little. Why fund it next? The daily loss limit is gone, Jen. It's 100% gone. If you put in the rocket code, DLL is absolutely gone, and the allure is uncapped payouts, no profit split, and no DLL. Like, if the combination of that doesn't make you salivate. When no DLL and uncapped payouts makes me just drool. I'm just like, oh yeah. I like that. All right, here's the fan. It just, on the website, it shows the DLL, but you put in the code, it gets rid of it. Rocket code. Consistency is 40%, which is even better. It's better than Tradeify. It's 35 on their end of the day. You need to change your race car undies. They're all sticky now. Gross. So at 50Ks, you can have 14 evals, and that's right. That's correct, and 650K funded. You can actually, yep, that's correct. You made 1.6 on accident. LOL, Johnny. Accidentally. Making money is the best. Come on, I want to see, come on, I want to see this. Again, I don't want to see this decay out of this. What I don't want to see is that. Because that can start a chain reaction of that today. It's kind and like forgiving now, but if that VIX starts to take off, boy, it's gonna be crazy. And here we are. That's the testing point. This better hold now, or else I'm just gonna pull the plug on these little guys. Hang in there. That candle needs to turn green. Turn green, candle. Get some green. Don't keep going red. Is that volatility starting to pick up a little bit? Tick chart front and center here, watching it just kind of whipsaw around. There's that big order test to test the liquidity there. This is going to see if the market's got any buyers or not. VIX is tailing up just a little bit, which is what we don't want to see the supportable market. We want to see if VIX stays below 1841, and then we got a great month ahead of us. That proves that this is a low for the next month rally. If we lose the VIX, or we keep that VIX level solid, it's gonna be kind of a, this could be a top. So when I told you guys this morning, this could be the top if VIX doesn't play ball. Any selling can trigger a chain reaction. Trey Mari says, not letting you get into Tradeify. How? Like which prop firm are you talking about? Or is it your real account, Shy Mari? Even without the max loss limit, 25 for 50K account costs higher than TPT. Jen, we get 30% off, by the way, and there's uncapped payouts, and there's no profit split. The value at Funded Next is twice, if not 5 times as good as most firms out there with no DLL, uncapped payout, and no profit split. Don't worry about the cost being slightly more or less than TPT. TPT has trailing drawdown, and TPT also has you can't make infinite money per account. Isn't there a fixed cap on your profits per account, right, with TPT? Funded Next is its own special breed. If you want to try to go for the account that you can grow to get $1 million payout or whatever you're aiming for, Funded Next is the only firm you can do that with. Maybe Apex. TPT is unlimited, but it's just trailing drawdown. That's the downside. Okay. Once you get past buffer, TPT is unlimited. But I thought they moved to live at some point, right? How long will Funded Next last? No, they're not trying to do it permanently. It's a one-time thing they're doing just to get attention, to get traffic. It's not something they're doing permanently. You can't last with it. It's the rules are too good to be true. It's too risky for them to do it permanently. Clearly, they're going to lose money on this, but they call it loss lead. If you guys ever run businesses, a loss lead is the dollar hot dog at Costco. Costco isn't making money selling hot dogs, but it draws you to Costco, and you'll go there and eat a hot dog and buy $1 million worth of other shit. So you cannot sustain with no DLL and uncapped payouts. You cannot sustain a prop firm with that at all. They're gonna lose a shit ton of money, but the goal is they try to gain some market share. I mean, in a marketing sense, as a business owner, I understand why they're doing it. Right? They will not at all survive if they run a sale like this for months. They do it for like 3 or 4 days, and then people try them out, and if you like them, stay. If you don't, you don't. But this is the reason why I think it's great, is because finally uncapped payout, and end of the day drawdown, and no profit split, and no monthly fee either. Like, it's a straight up one and done, and you either get it or you don't get it. And then no activation fee when you pass. I mean, there's tons of things that they essentially hit all the nails on the head. Yeah, and it'll be a fast track, dude. If they had rules like this for like months at a time, oh, they'd go under. There's no way you can survive. DLL limits your scalability, and cap payouts limits how much you can take out. Tradeify has both, which means I can only scale so much. Once I got it with the buffer, I scale these pretty big, but I can only take out $3,500, you know, every 7 to 10 days, give or take. Funded Next, when I got my first payout, you can take half of your balance in a lump sum on day 5. It's crazy, and they don't take a split. So, well, you put 10K in the account. After 5 days, you can take out half of it. After every as long as you have $500 profit, you can take out half the balance, and at 30 days, take out all of it. So my goal is to trade them for 30 days and then get whatever I get, and then just lump sum it out. The fact that they give you 100K accounts now to trade, oh God, if they go under because of fast track, it's gonna be because of me. Trust me. TBT has 50% off. I think it's still 40% off with code Rocket Scooter. Yeah. I haven't seen a 50% off sale yet, but maybe I missed it. If I were a Costco hot dog, want to eat myself? Possibly. I do like them that much. They're pretty good. And the Funded X with the account, that's really good. It's the code, yeah. So all the accounts are the same. They're just different prices and futures. They all have no DLL and uncapped payouts and no profit split. Just for the sale. After like 3 days, it goes away and you can't ever get it again. It's a one and done. So this is the second time they've done this sale. And when they do, at least with our community, it's been wildly popular because our community understands we do all kind of prop firms personally between all of us. I think everybody understands that no DLL and uncapped payouts is like, you know, the golden setup. Yeah, it's cool to trade Tradeify straight to funded. I love it. I get payouts every once in a while. Small amounts, $3,500 payouts. Well, damn, don't give me that red candle. That's not what I want to see. Come on, hang in there. This is not good. This is going to stop me out. That's the third test of this with no support here. That's not good for the long haul. I probably should think about maybe closing this out. I'm going to hang on to it. 50 is my stop. I don't like it. Undershot, hit it. We can still overshoot, which is fine. But this is not looking good now. Normally, you'd want to see support. We supported 3 times in a row and now we're losing. So 50 is my stop. There's 3 touch points on the trend line, right? You would cannibalize the other Costco hot dogs and save yourself. That's probably what I would do too if I was a Costco hot dog and I liked Costco hot dogs. There'd be plenty to choose from your neighbors to snack on. Better close the position. I'm like kind of sitting here like not loving it, but I'm not necessarily hating it either. I don't like that it's stair step down like that. We need some liquidity here. Market's kind of just staring at this VIX thing. Like, I mean, I'm staring at this VIX thing. The market's just kind of like asking the question, are there buyers here? Is this the breakout start to new rally? That's what I'm taking the bet on. Or is this the top of the last one? What do you guys think? Is this the breakout for the next or is it the top of the last one? I'm taking the bet. It's a long time. I'll be right back. Hold on. Wait. Take a little break. Don't go anywhere. All right. Oh shoot, it's almost getting time. It is almost time for my funded TV. I want to at least clear back up to 400 and we should be good going forward if that holds. It is not trying to hold there. I know this 565 strike holds for a second or third wave, but we'll see it. This is the big question. Is this the market top or not? That answer is going to come today. Remember, I keep taking stabs to the long side and the bull side, and if it just doesn't play out, then it doesn't. The one day that it doesn't play out, then we reevaluate what we're seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4 taps of this. Not the best. I went to turn the bull switch. I like my good luck fan. And let me clean up the chart here a little bit. Check the S&P for a moment. And the same similar spot on the S&P. S&P's level is a little bit lower. That's kind of where the juice of it is. This is not the best sign, but maybe we'll get surprised in a little bit. Who knows? And close to like 50 would be where my stop would be. I wanted to not break through where this move started, this little anchor point here. I'm gonna draw this with a gray line. You'll see this one. I want to see this anchor point still hold. That's kind of my target here. Hang in there, baby. Okay. Oh, it's almost time to get ready to head over to My Funded TV. I forgot. Let you guys know. Everybody that's here, make sure you go watch me over at My Funded TV.
And that's what happened with me. Exactly, right?
These guys give a ridiculous amount of giveaway accounts and resets and all that every single day. Here's the link. Everybody go here. Skip it. LOL. Well, I can't. Come on, you guys love it over there.
But obviously, I had to.
You know you love it over there. All the free giveaways, all the good stuff. They love giving away in that stream. Everyone go over there. We'll be there live this afternoon. My Funded TV, trading with Matt, lunch money with Matt. My own teeny tiny little show on My Funded TV. And we'll be back here. I'll be back in about an hour to be live for you guys here again, just like I was this morning. So see you all in a little bit. Go over there. Gonna spin that outro real quick. Good trading day so far. I'm kind of battling this trade. I jumped down the long on this dip. Let's see if I can get something out of it, but we'll see. We'll see you guys over there and come back after. We'll be right back live here for the afternoon show. Go in MyFunNet.tv, throw some rocks in the chat. Tell Tom you love him, you know. Say hi. Greetings from our awesome community, and let's have a great show.